get that one because somebody could refer to the hustling part for me when we do that. That'd be great.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
that one.
Okay, cool. I've got my GM screen thing here with all the little charts and all the things, but I don't have the updated PDF on this one yet. I need to fucking get that over here.
I'll be right back.
All right, you got 30 seconds.
Cyberpunk Uncensored.
When I beat you to.
The Artelthorian channel.
I haven't even put anything in there yet.
You started typing. It'll tell you at the bottom
Oh.
if you're typing.
Hey, we're live. Everyone can see us now. Hey, what's up?
Hey.
How's everybody doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing great.
Good. Everybody have a good holiday?
Yeah, it was good.
Yep.
I mean, as good as it can be in current COVID land.
That's what I was wondering. Was anybody able to hang out with family? Me and Valerie were able to hang out with my parents. They've been staying with us, since before the quarantine, and it was great. We got to hang out with family, and we did Christmas a little bit early because it was Val's only day off. She's a caregiver, but and then we just did Christmas dinner tonight. So we kind of had like a second round. So it was a lot of fun. Or yesterday, I should say. Today was leftovers. But was anybody else able to hang out with family or anything?
No, all our family's down south.
But I did it over video with my parents, my brother and his wife, and then kind of surprised with my aunt, uncle, and my cousins that live in Arizona that they were doing it as well. So we ended up kind of merging our two groups, which was kind of cool. So
nice. So at least you were able to do video chat and see family, see everybody. Eric, you and Ariel didn't do any video chat with any family?
No, my family's not exactly most tech savvy, so I wasn't gonna try to deal with that.
Our goddaughter.
True, that was
nice.
our
We talked
goddaughter.
to our goddaughter though.
Nice, that's
yeah.
awesome.
We got a tour from the house. It was like a little horror movie. Just her running around with the camera. It was adorable.
That's awesome. Hey,
Lots of shaky cam.
I see everybody in chat. Steve and Renegade, Ekin. If I'm getting that right, I ask every time. But
Quincy.
for the name there. But yeah, what's up, guys? Already in the chat. That's great. Yeah, we're going to do a couple giveaways, courtesy of Steve there at Sirenscape. We've got a couple subscriptions to give away to Sirenscape. I believe it gets you a couple months for free, and you get to check out what Sirenscape is and what it does. So maybe a little bit later, when we're about halfway through the session or a little bit into it, we'll do one of the giveaways, and then at the end we'll do another one. So yeah, just keep that in mind. But anybody want to just do a brief recap of where we're at, what happened last session, and where we are, just to get anybody up to date that's tuning in?
Well, I think last session we had just picked up a job from the source, the place where Coupler returned that drone, and they had sent him on a mission to go reclaim some cyberware from Rockland Augmetics, and then Rockland sent him on the same place to get the same cyberware. And they ended up meeting Elf, and rather than shoot him in the face right there when they walked through the door, they let him help fight off some Inquisitors. And at that point, they paid off Elf, took the equipment, stole the van from the dead Inquisitors, and then said Elf ran off with the money and didn't give anything to the source, but gave material back to Rockland.
Yeah, the cargo was lost cargo from the two Aerozeps colliding in a previous session. That ended up being Rockland's cargo, actually. So,
Yep.
So yeah, great breakdown. So that's basically what's going on. We kind of wanted to give, the last sessions, I mean, we've done so many sessions where it's just been bam, 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 things have been building, and then, finding one person after another, after rescue, and then the cargo hit. We've had some guest players come over from the Wandering DMs team and his streams. So it's been a lot of fun, but I do think we've been so fast paced. We haven't really given everyone a chance to, get the therapy that they need, do a little fabrication or inventing, There's just things you guys need to do. I think we're at that point. We kind of were talking about that in chat. So anybody watching, that's what we're kind of doing, at least at the beginning of this session. Let's just kind of discuss some things here, okay? It's been some weeks. First off, what has everyone's characters, what did they do for the holidays? Did they celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah, or what did they do? Let's start with Raven. What did Raven do for Christmas? And before you and Coupler tell me exactly what you did, keep in mind, you guys both kind of stay in the Willow Sisterhood area. They kind of offer protection to Coupler's shop. Raven, Lola, you stay with her pretty much all the time. That's how you guys met originally. The Willow Sisterhood, they have a big Christmas sort of holiday mixer, and they just celebrate. They actually get real food. They barbecue. They party. Oop, looks like we lost somebody.
We lost an Ariel.
Oh, she's back. Okay. I want to make sure she doesn't miss it.
Sorry, that was my fault. I thought I was looking into a chat thing and there was a different...
Oh, okay.
Oh, video, or a different channel. Yeah, that happens all the time.
And yeah, so basically they threw their own Christmas party, and, you and Coupler are basically invited. Raven, you know that. Like, usually hang with Lola and stuff. But just keep in mind that option is there. But tell me exactly, what did Raven do for the holidays?
That's pretty much what I did. I just stayed with Lola and partied at her place and just drank a lot.
What did Coupler, what did you do? Did you spend it with the Willow Sisterhood too?
Well, Coupler, after getting invited to the Willow Sisterhood, Coupler called that one girl from, I think it was a Big Dave's place, the biologist, see if she wanted to go on that date that they talked about, but since he got wrapped up in everything else.
Oh, yeah.
So he gave her a call, see if she got back to him or not. I don't know. That's on you did she get back to him or not?
Yeah, we'll say she got back to you. How did that go? What did you end up doing?
Yeah, he ended up taking her to the Willow Sisterhood. They had a pretty amicable time. Nothing was set in stone yet. But after the party, he just ended up going back to his place and starting on some projects. Trying to play with Gristle, I think was the name that we ended up settling for the dog.
Yeah, before we move on, I want to let everybody know we had the Patreon users that support us on Patreon. They were able to come up with some name options for the dog that you guys got from the meat market session. And they came up with those names, and I did a little vote in the Cyberpunk Uncensored group on Facebook, and a bunch of people in the community voted, and yeah, I think the name ended up as Grizzle, right?
Yeah, so little
Grizzle.
Cooked and tough.
Cooked and tough, yeah.
So yeah, he spent most of the rest of the holidays with Gristle, just taking care of him, trying to see what he could put together for some cyberware for the parts he's missing, essentially just the eye. But that was about it for him. He just worked on some gadgets and everything else.
Yeah, and I know the other weeks, which we'll get into in a minute, I know you said Coupler was working on some fabrications and some things he did for Raven with the silencer and other things, so we'll get into that in a minute. So yeah, that sounds really cool. Hung out with that girl, the med tech chick, hung out with Willow Sisterhood, got to eat, got to hang out with Gristle, and do some planning for your upcoming tech work or whatever for the team. What did Onryo do?
So Onryo's not really the social butterfly that maybe some are. He mainly just Christmas is kind of a weird time because his family is obviously not around because they were betrayed and killed long ago. So he doesn't have the family or the aspect to kind of celebrate in that manner. So he mostly just kind of went to maybe some bars that were open on Christmas Eve, kind of got some alcohol, some of that rum, and just kind of celebrated recent jobs himself. Nothing specific to Christmas necessarily, but kind of that family's not around anymore, so it's not as fun anymore type thing.
Yeah, I can totally understand that. Hollow, what did Hollow do for Christmas?
Well, Hollow's been doing a few dates with Janice, going to clubs, but a few days before Christmas, was just like, hey, come to my place. I got some wine, got some cheese. We can look at some classical art. So she does that on the 29th, and then Christmas Eve and Christmas, she drinks alone. She's just like, I have to deal with my ghost for a little bit. I'm just going to get drunk.
Nice. Hey, and that's good you remembered Janice. Because I remember we talked about that during one of the sessions, because prior to that, you forgot to follow up call or whatever, I think it was. And then when you ran into her again, you kind of established that you were going to do that and go on a date. So that's great. You were able to kind of follow up and hang out and at least build a little contact and relationship with her. So yeah, that's awesome. You guys were all able to kind of celebrate the holidays and do that. We'll say that happens, pretty much right after the last session. Now you're looking at a few weeks here, like we talked about in chat. For these weeks, what does everybody want to do? Like, first, I know the first few days, some of you needed to heal and get back to normal, and that's fine. First few days can be all about repairing armor and healing. Some of you took a little more damage than the others. I think Hollow took a bit, right? Or
yeah, I got my ass kicked.
That's right.
A lot of arrows.
Yeah.
Lots of arrows.
Lots of
yeah. I had to use my special healing stuff.
She took a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
I was like this close to death.
Okay. Well, yeah. Then we'll say the first, handful of days at least for Hollow, you're healing, get the armor taken care of. Everybody else the first few days and such. What else did you do during those first days? Were you going to? Don't forget, you've got that van now. We can kind of go over an inventory here if you want. But what's the first thing you guys would do before you get into, doing a side hustle for a week, which we know everybody wants to do? Before we spend a week of some therapy. I know Enrio went to therapy. I know Raven wants to get therapy from Hollow. Before you spend that last week, Coupler inventing those things, or for those 2 weeks when others were doing therapy, Coupler was fabricating something.
Oh, I did like 3 weeks worth of inventing.
Okay, well, there you go. Well, before we get in...
weren't we doing 4 weeks?
Yeah,
Is that what you said? Okay.
Exactly. So, but before we get into that,
yeah,
was there other things you wanted to do after healing and fixing armor, as far as, going over the van, inventory, any other types of stuff that you guys wanted to do? Before we get into that sort of crunch stuff where we got to roll for hustle, talk about the fabrication stuff and therapy.
Well, don't I have to put like the parts into Gristle?
We haven't even made them yet. This is just sort of in the planning stages for Gristle.
Oh, and that's the other thing. Don't forget, you got a couple things. Aside from each of you making 1,000 eddies from doing that cargo pickup for Rockland, you're also able to keep a couple things. Did you decide, was it going to be Raven's chrome covering and Hollow's medtech arm, or was it something else? Is that what I read?
I think that's what we were doing, weren't we?
Yeah. I was good with those. So we got Raven the chrome covering, and Hollow has the medtech scanner now in her arm.
Oh, that's awesome.
So her arm is full up.
Now we're chrome buddies.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, and Raven...
Oh god, you guys are dorks.
Now Raven has that awesome chromed out leg. It doesn't just look like generic cybernetic leg with the hidden holster. Now it's actually kind of pimped out. You look very sleek now, very chromed out with that leg. So that's cool.
Nice.
And that doesn't cost
be great for stealth.
humanity.
What you said?
It's going to be great for stealth.
Yeah, it's just glowing, reflecting neon lights and shit.
Just going to bring a can of, like, what was it, matte black spray paint to put on you every time we go out. We get shot at.
I just need to get a sleeve. So when we go out, just got to put a sleeve on.
Chrome sweet chrome. Chrome sweet home, he says. Chrome sweet home. Never mind. All right, let's see. What else did you want to look into? So we know we got those pieces. Now that's just, correct me if I'm wrong, at least the chrome covering, is that just clinic or is that just mall install? I think that's...
I think it was a mall install because it's just decorative. It doesn't add, it doesn't take anything to it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't have it in front of me, like I said, the book. I just have my notes on my GM screen. So if anyone wants to double check that, I think that's just the DV13 from Hollow.
Well, we didn't do any like... we're talking about humanity, right?
No. Right now, we're not doing therapy. I'm just talking about installing Raven's chrome leg, installing your medtech arm.
I'm not even sure where the chrome is. That under like the cyber limbs, or is that under something
Yeah, it's under cyber limbs.
Yeah,
it's a mall install. It's under mall. It's a mall install.
Okay, yeah. If it's just mall, I think that's just a DV13.
Med scanner is a clinic.
Okay, so that would be a 15, DV15, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you want to... Oh, and Hollow can't do that for herself.
Yeah.
So to get that installed, you just have to deduct that from your eddies. We can do that post-session if you don't have that right in front of you. If you do, just deduct that. You'll have to obviously just go to a clinic and get that done, like Coupler said.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It says somewhere where the cost of found cyberware.
Okay, my computer's crashing.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Well, we still see you. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Can you see us?
I can hear you. It keeps on not wanting to access anything. Yeah, it's like freaking out.
All right. Well, as long as you can see us, and can you see the Roll20 map? You won't really need it, but
No, it keeps on like.
You might need to.
Let me go take a look at it.
Yeah.
I'm so
back.
While
sorry,
we're doing
guys.
that, actually, just to fill up some time.
yeah. Let's do it.
So the mall. So if you found cyberware, which is effectively what we're talking about, is for mall it's 100 EB and for clinic it's 500 EB if you want it installed by elsewhere.
No, exactly. Raven's gonna have Hollow do hers, which is just a DV13, but Hollow needs to pay that 500 at a clinic.
But yeah, Hollow would have to pay the 500 in order to get it installed. But while we're kind of looking at that, because I know one of the things that if I can get back to the sheet that I was on, here we go. That you wanted to talk about was at the end of all this or whatever, doing kind of the rent and lifestyle. So I know for some people that may not be familiar with it, just kind of as a teaching thing, basically other than the first month of your play is kind of free, is the way the book handles it. But after that, you're supposed to pay a fee for your housing and then your lifestyle, although they kind of base your lifestyle based on what kind of food you generally
and
eat.
we already deducted those costs for everybody, just so anybody watching knows, and you should have as well. I don't know if you did, Daniel, but Raven deducted it. I think Coupler and them, we went over it in chat. Everybody pretty much got good pre-pack and got their living situation handled. Raven, though, on the other hand, is like Hollow. She got generic pre-pack, and Raven lives that 500 cube motel lifestyle, but she basically gives that to Lola because she stays with Lola.
Yeah, I give her my rent.
But she has to pay her at least 500 a month just for that little room that she crashes in when she's not staying with her. So,
I haven't deducted it yet. I did. Didn't know if we wanted to do that already.
Well, deduct that. Go ahead and do it. No, I definitely wanted to go over that because that's part of the gameplay. That's part of the downtime, or I don't know, monthly expenses, and that is good. I do want to bring that up so anybody watching, they know that is part of Cyberpunk RED, and you do that every month. So we're kind of at that crossing point. So everyone deducts that, their typical rent, their typical food, and they have that covered, with the exception of being able to go out once or twice within that month.
Yeah, it just depends. Like the way that the good pre-pack, which is what Onrio's does, basically, just now that we can do this, it's it's basically restaurant food while still artificial taste almost exactly as real food. You can frequent excellent bars and restaurants. When you go out once a month, you can see a live concert or sporting event, which we'll get to in a little bit.
Hey, Hollow.
Yeah.
As long as you can hear us and we can hear you, that's fine.
I think my computer just needs to restart.
Okay.
Yeah, I would just if you're having issues and it's not working, just reboot it.
Yeah, anybody watching.
This is coming from an IT person. It's just easier to do that than try to fix whatever Windows is doing.
Yeah, anybody watching, if the windows shift and look a little weird, it's because one of our players is going to restart. But just stick with us. While we do that, let's go over this. So everybody's got their living expenses, their food kind of covered. We just already deduct that from your sheet. The next thing I want to go over, and maybe we can do this while the computer's restarting, because this is going to be on Rio kind of heavy, I guess. But I want a coupler there as well. But you basically have that van, that extended van.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys have to go through that as well.
Yeah, and so to answer your question earlier, as far as other than healing, on Rio, one of the things he's doing, which is probably going to take a good chunk of the day, is unload all of the programs he had on his old deck and load them on the new deck, which the way it describes it is like it's an hour to do that on each side. So it's not a quick process, and he's
Yeah.
got let me see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6
We got her
programs.
restarted.
Yeah, so
Should be
that'll
back in a
definitely
little
take
bit.
like a good 6
Yeah,
hours.
her video is locked up now, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
It's just obviously having some issues.
All right, well, just
and then
guys, let's do this. Let's focus on the game. Let her restart, and let's
sure.
just keep focusing on like what we were just talking about. But
and then I've got a couple pieces of hardware, including one that I want to buy, which I don't know if we want to do that like before or after, like do that in that same sort of time frame or not.
Yeah, you can get that covered over the weeks. It's not what program though? What's the expense? Is it past
It's just hardened
or?
circuitry. It's not a program. It's hardware.
Oh, okay. What's
it's
the cost?
100 EB.
Okay, yeah, you can source that over the course of the weeks. You easily can source that locally, and get that. Just make sure you deduct the cost there, obviously.
Yeah. So that's basically what Onrio's doing, is kind of loading up his new deck, especially if the van, which I believe you said last session, may have a net architecture that may need to be looked at.
Yeah, you were able to detect that there's some type of system in the van. Remember when you got there and there's a net runner in there controlling the drone or something. But yeah, there's a system in the van. You can check that out. Also, the van in general. And then we could get into the fabrication invention, all the other stuff that's coupler heavy, and the therapy. Hollow's gonna have to roll for Raven.
Stuff. So yeah, I mean, I definitely would. After I'm healed up and all that kind of stuff, would definitely want to check out the van. I'm sure that obviously our driver effectively usually is coupler, and presumably there's some tech stuff that can be done in that van as well, plus whatever drone that if that can either be repaired or
just generally speaking, let's everybody give me a perception roll just on the van, and then Raven, if you want to give me a reveal conceal.
12, which isn't great.
Not much better.
Yeah. Raven.
Raven always with the
ridiculously high.
Yeah.
Okay, I think Ariel's back.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah, there she is. There's Hollow rolling too. Good. All right, yeah, that's great. You guys, everybody did pretty decent. On Rio getting the lowest, but it doesn't matter because everyone else is on it enough. So it's basically an extended van. It's got the 2 wheels in the front, 4 in the back, so it's a 6-wheel. Got the extended back look, all blacked out windows, basic white matte sort of paint job on it. But it's got the side door that slides open. It's got the 2 back doors that open, and then obviously driver and shotgun doors that open. On the other side, it's just flat, but there is a window to see out on that side too in the back. And then a couple in the back. But like I said, completely blacked out. Can't really see it from outside. The other thing is it has a little surveillance drone that you can control. It basically is, no weapons or anything. It's just basically a camera with propellers or whatever. It's just very small. But it does have 1,000-meter range, which is over half of a mile, which is pretty fucking badass. The battery will last just over 30 minutes typically. And it has a DV of 17 to see it when in flight or when using it. So other people would have to beat that with a perception to see it there, hear it coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The other thing is obviously that the van had a snake drone. That there's a system in the van. The snake drone obviously is decapitated, courtesy of Raven, your team solo. Coupler, if you want to give me some type of tech roll examining the snake, I can tell you more about it.
Well, I actually have robotics and drones, so let's see what we get for that one.
Yeah, give me that. We can get real specific.
Okay.
Nice.
I got an 18 on that.
Yeah, that's great. It's snake drone. You saw kind of what it looked like in the previous match. I'm just going to yank it out here just to be able to show people on the stream and to show the team. You can kind of see it there. It's very chromed out, and yeah, it has the head decapitated. You can tell upon further examination that the circuitry inside that kind of controls the battery capacity and recharging capabilities and control node access or whatever, that circuitry or board or whatever is completely shattered because of being decapitated, obviously. You'd have to source that stuff. Your background, you would probably kind of know exactly what you would need to fix that or to get it. It's definitely not at your local shop, being that it is, an attack drone and customized circuitry or whatever. But you do know what you need. You're just going to have to source it somehow. So you can do that at any time too as well. Through the help of a fixer, local hookups, maybe something in your life path, something along those lines. I'm sure we can work that out. You can
fabrication.
Yeah, that too. You can see that it has
not gonna be cheap.
A heavy submachine gun. It can hold 30 basic bullets, so it's a 3d6. It has a very heavy pistol with 8 armor-piercing bullets. I think it used a couple of those in the last session, so you're probably a couple short of that. I'll have to check my previous notes from that session. But I think.
Jeez, how big is a snake?
I think it did shoot that out. It's a large snake.
I think it was person size, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a large, python, like boa constrictor size snake.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, that's how it holds all that ammo.
Yeah, and then it has the thing that is kind of customized on this, because usually these drone snakes only have like 2 things on them, 2 unit capabilities or slots, I guess. But this has been customized and kind of upgraded. It also has a thermal security camera. So even in like kind of smoky conditions, if you're using the control node or controlling it, you can basically attack with it and see what you're doing. A lot of times people will have the camera and then one weapon, But in this case, it has both those weapons, plus it has that camera still involved. So it's kind of cool. Aside from that, the back of the surveillance van has basic screens. So whoever is controlling any of the surveillance drone or snake drone footage, others can watch it on one of the screens that are there. It looks like there's another screen that maybe at one time was hooked up to security cameras on the outside of the van that maybe aren't working now. But that's something that maybe you could fix or work on or something. There's definitely some floodlights on the back and the front of the van that work a lot like flash grenades. Yeah, and that's pretty much what you're seeing with this, with those perceptions. But that's your new van at a work through. And with Raven, that reveal conceal. Let me get that back on there so we can see the rolls. What did you get there? 14. Okay, yeah, with that, you notice that there's some type of hidden compartment, but you're not able to get it open. You're not able to get it open at this time. You can tell that something's kind of there, but you're not figuring it out. You know what I mean? With that reveal conceal. It's close.
Smash!
Don't smash a new van.
I could kick stuff.
Can I look at, figure out what's up with this net, and see?
Yeah, check out the system if you want. Give me your scan or whatever.
So do I need to do the scanner just to see where it's at?
No, you've done that before. Let's see. Let's say now that you're in there, you can tell that there's a physical jack in just on the same side where the monitors are. There's also a system there, and obviously within 6 meters, you can access this from inside the back of the van or right outside of the windows. You notice that those can also provide access, so you could be standing outside of the van and still be accessing. So that's pretty handy.
Yeah, I guess I'll jack in and
go for it.
See what's in there.
And now you've got your new. Let's remind everybody too, because we didn't go over that. Everybody's IP. Raven has now gone up to a level 6, a rank 6 solo. On Rio has now gone up to a rank 6 netrunner. I believe Coupler went up to a rank 5 tech plus increased some skills, or did you hold on to the rest of that IP?
No, I held on. It was only like 20 IP, so I can increase anything really.
Okay. And
but I did upgrade my upgrade skill and my maker skill.
Okay.
No, fabricate skill. So.
And what did Hollow do? Did she do anything with all that IP?
Hollow.
Yeah. Was it the MedTech? wasn't it?
Yeah, you increased your pharmacy
General.
tech. You went up in medicine, and you put your
Nice.
point into pharmacy. So now you can make antitoxins.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
Nice.
So everybody's rising up in the ranks. You guys are increasing as a team. You know, it's pretty cool. Yeah, you guys got that van. Did you do your? You enter the system.
Yeah, so I'll jack in. What's on the first level?
Yeah,
I
when you get in
guess.
there, you're facing a password. Looks like
All
a
right.
DV of 10.
So I'm gonna actually do. I mean, this is gonna be weird because we're not really in combat necessarily, but I'm gonna activate Worm and Armor, which would then be the end of my like 3 net actions, I guess.
Yeah.
And then on the next round, then I'll roll for cracking this password.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's get while you're doing that and you're kind of you're gonna get into that. Let's touch a little bit on some of the stuff that Coupler was making, because I know you got a list of things there, and we already did the pre-rolls, so you're able to work it out. So why don't we do this just for the sake of the team, myself, so I can get the reiteration, everybody watching. Go down the list of things that you were able to make and do, what the stats are on that, how long everything took you. Go to it.
So first thing I did, I fixed Hollow's armor because we want our med tech alive as best we can. So that took a whole day of removing arrows from high-end quality clothing. So as weird as that was, I was playing seamstress, sewing that back up with some nice new Kevlar. Then I invented a folding stock for her heavy machine gun, so she can now use that with a handgun or shoulder arm skill at her discretion. So still should be able to follow the rules, but now just adds the shoulder skill, so she uses 2 hands on it.
Nice.
From there, I fabricated some AP ammo for slugs. That I did fail that, so I had to do that. That took me about 4 days, I believe, because I had to wait till next week to fix that. But I was able to succeed later on, and that will make my shotgun a lot more effective against armor. Then I invented something: armor-piercing incendiary rounds. And the rules we went with were it drops the damage of the weapon by 1d6, but it will apply incendiary rules plus the AP rules. So it will have the 2 burning damage and ablate by 2. So I made 30 rounds of those and made that magazine for Raven's assault rifle. So she can really ruin somebody's day. And that was week 1. My second week, I spent creating the Shorty Shotgun, which is just essentially a sawed-off shotgun that will play by the handgun rules. So it's just a 2-barrel capacity, only does shot shells, but it works the same way as a handgun. It's concealable, so I can now dual wield, I guess, with 1 pistol and a mini shotgun.
Oh, yeah. I love the concealability part of that. I think that's the really cool part of that.
Yeah, so because you can't take a shotgun everywhere. I can only carry my bag so many places. Week 3 ended up doing the silencer. We went with the -4 to enemy perception. So that's for Raven. So when she wants to shoot people and not get caught. So whenever she uses her pistol, it's a -4 to their perception roll against, I guess, her being stealthy. Then I invented. Let me see.
And Raven, that'll be for your very heavy pistol that's in your holster that you typically use all the time on missions,
Nice.
And those, what was it? The AP incendiary shotgun shells.
Oh no, those are for Raven. Those are for assault rifle shells.
Oh, her assault rifle.
Yeah, so it's not even for my shotgun. I just made the AP shotgun shells.
Yeah, and how many of those?
So
I just want to make sure Raven writes them
20.
down. Okay.
I made 20 AP shotgun shells, and she has 30 API shells.
Okay, cool.
So
okay, go on.
Won't use those too much. But yeah, that was all I did for week 3, and then I spent the rest of the days retrying the folding stock and the fabricating ammo because I had failed those the first week.
Okay.
And then 4th week will just be a hustle.
Awesome. That's productive as hell. Very cool. We'll get into the therapy stuff next for Hollow and Raven, because I know Onryo has a little bit of therapy. But let's see what's in this system and y'all's new van. Let's see what's up. Onryo's in there.
So I rolled a 12.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Or I'm sorry, a 14 technically because it's +2 with my worm.
Okay, and this is
the
your
password.
scanner.
Yeah,
Oh
no,
no,
it's
to get
the
past the
back door.
password. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
the
got
back door.
past it. It's only a DV10. You got it.
Okay. And then I'll do a Pathfinder.
Yeah, Pathfinder. Sorry.
Oh, 9. Not great,
Yeah, you
but-
can tell that this goes 3 levels deep. With 9, yeah, you can tell that there's some type of black ice on both the second and third levels. But there's also other things. It looks like down on the third level, there's possibly files and control node and such. But that's about all you can see with that.
All right. Well, then I guess I will use my last, net action or whatever to activate Speedy Gonzalez.
Speedy
New
Gonzalez.
program that I haven't
Weird
used
name.
up until now.
I love it.
Yeah, it's a weird name.
It's tricky till you get used to it.
Yeah, Gonzalez. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, copyright.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Gotta be careful. So that'll be the end of my, I guess that round of
Okay.
whatnot. Here, I'll do my little red background.
Nice. Yeah,
I'm
and
technically jacked in.
everybody has your Sirenscape open, right?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Open it up because forgot to tell you I'm starting up the street sounds while you guys are hanging out and doing these things because you are in that part of town hanging out. I guess you have the van over at Coupler's shop. But yeah, go ahead.
Everyone's just hanging out.
You activate that, and then that's the end of your round.
That'll
Correct?
be the end of my third net action for that chunk.
Okay, then let's go over. Let's knock out some of these therapy roll things. I know Raven wants to get the heavier, more serious of therapy done, which, at a hospital or somewhere would cost 1,000. Having the med tech is only 500 in supplies, but that's if Hollow makes the successful roll, obviously. Otherwise, the materials are lost, in which case that week is wasted and the 500 eddies that Raven spends go to waste. But I think that's worth a shot with the bigger stuff instead of having to pay 1,000 going to a hospital, if Hollow's up for it.
Okay. Do I roll with medicine?
Yeah, it would be medicine. And
You might want to use some luck just for the sake of.
No. Well, is it medicine for that? Because medicine's the skill, is the medtech skill. I don't think it's actually a skill set. It's not attached to any number. That's what I'm worried about.
I think.
I don't have it in front of me, but I do believe no matter what it is, I think on that level it's a DV17. And I know prior to that it says medtech uses its medicine.
Was it just the full-on skill?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it right now because that's weird.
It's called therapy in you.
Yeah, I think it's your. What was that?
Oh, here we go. It says it's a medical tech DV.
Right.
So it's whatever your medical tech.
Oh, medical tech skill then.
Okay, so that'd be her pharmacy skill, the medical tech pharmaceutical.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
But yeah, it'd be.
Well, good.
Yeah, and you have that.
Oh,
Ooh,
shit.
that's
I
not a
forgot
great
to-
roll there.
Damn it. I didn't say luck right before I put it, so it doesn't count.
You can put luck in it though.
I was gonna put 2 luck. I just don't know what I rolled. Oh.
I mean,
12.
it wouldn't have mattered. You'd have to do more than
Did it
2
help?
anyway. And you're doing the high-end one anyway, so you'd have to get.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if. You would have to dump 5 luck, I guess.
Yeah, ultimately, and keeping in mind that you can use all your luck, because this isn't a one session sort of thing. This is over the course of a week. So for this roll, you can use all of your luck if you want to. What is that?
I would just do that then if you're gonna do it like on a weekly basis.
Yeah, because it's not like we're going right into a session where it's all used up. This is over the course of 4 weeks. This therapy particularly takes 1 week. So I'll allow you.
Say dump your whole luck.
Yeah, I'll allow you to add, whatever your luck is, add it to that 12, and let's hope it's at least enough to hit 17.
Okay, well, I had 4 luck, so.
So that's still not enough.
No.
Yeah.
So yeah, Raven, you're gonna have to spend another 500 and try that again, and try a
Or
better.
just go with the standard humanity, which is 15 and only 100 EB.
Yeah, you could try
but
that.
you only get recover 2d6 at that point. But
yeah, you could at least do that and at least get your
just
empathy
safer.
out of that cold robotic sort of window, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm at a 2 right now.
Yeah, do that. If you want to do that, that's only 100 in material.
Okay. So
So
yeah, 'cause I already lost.
You just lost $500 in a week.
Yeah.
He's not really happy about that.
Hollow just lost a week.
Yeah.
Luckily, Coupler.
Yeah,
luckily, while you lost that week, Coupler was already making you guys some shit or whatever, repairing your armor. So, I don't know. At least
You have gifts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said,
So now-
how does that make you feel? And then she stabbed me.
I am not fixing the jacket again.
Okay.
So do I have to roll something?
I love that. No. Hollow needs to do another one, but this time it's
okay.
only trying to beat a DV15. Again, I'll allow all the luck. So give me that roll again. Same your
Okay.
pharmacy med tech.
So resetting my luck is at 7. So
Wait, what's your luck?
What is your normal luck?
my normal luck's is 7.
Oh, then you made
well,
it.
Yeah, you would have been fine.
Oh, I had it still down from the last thing, so I forgot to put it back up.
Yeah, no.
Okay,
It's whatever
yeah,
your
no.
normal luck is. What I think. what
Yeah,
Rob
yeah,
was
exactly.
talking.
Because this is over the course of a week, not just one little session. So okay, we're good. Raven, now you get to
Which is
add.
good because she rolled really bad the second time.
Yeah, she rolled worse.
Yeah, exactly. So what is it? A 2d6 on humanity? I don't have it.
No, it's on the extreme. The
46?
17 DV. It's 4d6.
Okay, Raven, roll a 4d6. Let's see how many humanity points you got back over that week. And then you can thank Hollow. You can put that 100 eddies back in your thing. It only
So
costs,
you want to roll
500.
4D what?
4d6.
So roll 4d6. You might have to click on either type in /roll space 4d6 or use the button in the top left. Ooh, there you go. That's actually a really good roll. Holy shit.
Nice.
Yeah,
Did I do it right?
Put my...
Yeah, you did it.
Yeah,
You
you
did
did.
great. So you got 17. So you should see on your character sheet where it says your humanity loss, whatever those points are.
Yeah, I have it at 2 right now.
No, not your.
How much humanity lost do you have?
No. Hold on, Unreal. Raven, if you look in your sheet, you'll see on the bottom there, it has your humanity loss. You might have to extend that whole
Oh.
section. It says HL, and it's at 22.
Oh, yeah.
You want to add 17 to that. So now,
Oh yeah, that's right. There it is.
so now
No,
you're
you
at,
mean
you're at
subtract
least out of
17.
you're at least out of the 2s. You're into the 3s. You know what I mean? Because you should have 39 now.
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing it. Okay, I get.
What's the matter?
And I said you're doing it like how much humanity you have, rather than humanity lost.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Those are how many points she just got back.
Yeah.
Recovered to her humanity. She only had 22 points. But yeah, that's great. At
Yeah,
least
it's not right there now.
listen, Raven, you're out of the 2s. Not that great. You still need more therapy. That was at least good enough to get you back to normal Raven, or at least closer to. Once in a while, something a little cold or weird might happen. I might throw something in because you are kind of low. But you're not on that borderline cyberpsychosis anymore. You can at least get back to Raven's fun attitude sometimes, her ability to flirt. Past sessions you did a great job role-playing Raven on that border. You kind of toned her down a bit. You made her a little cold and a little more calculated. It was great. You can now get Raven a little more back to normal if you want. So.
And make sure you adjust the EMP actual like.
Yeah, and make sure you
score.
look at your stat and raise that up to 3. Your EMP stat up at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, put that from 2 up to 3, because that'll
Yep.
matter when you roll skills that use that stat. So that was great. Okay, back over to Coupler. You didn't need to get any therapy or anything else done, right? You were just doing the invention, fabrication
I'm-
stuff, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
need to get
perpetually
myself
grumpy.
therapy.
You what?
You have to pay for it.
Yeah, I gotta
Yeah.
pay full price.
Okay, well deduct that. How much therapy did you need to get?
I got like 42 humanity, so...
No, you have 47.
Okay,
Okay.
and did you already pre-roll that, Coupler? I believe in chat.
She lost. No, I rolled for her to lose humanity
Oh,
because
for
we
the
put
arm.
the
That's right. Okay.
X scanner.
Well, yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
deduct.
But
either deduct 500 or 1,000, depending on how much therapy you want to go through over that week. This will be, your third week.
I'll do 1,000.
She only has like,
Okay.
you don't have enough money for that. We had to take off 500 to get the arm put on. Remember? So you have like 630.
And I don't know if you were here during the conversation while you were fixing her computer. You need to deduct the generic pre-pack cost and however the living that we went over in the chat. I know everybody else kind of had their expenses.
Oh yeah, we already did.
Okay, good. Okay, well, cool. Then, if you want to do the cheaper therapy, then roll 2d6 and deduct 500 from your eddies.
Okay, deduct 500.
And then roll a 2d6. And let's see how many humanity points you're able to get back. And while you roll that, I just want to give a shout out to our sponsors, Sirenscape, starting with Sirenscape, adding sounds to the game. Really love that. And we've got a couple subscriptions to give away tonight as a sort of extended holiday prize thing. Also Level Up Dice, Elderwood Academy, and Cyberfight Clothing, Lion Banner Games, Cyber Topo, getting lots of maps from those guys. Okay, cool. You got 6. That's not bad. Out of 2d6, it's at least 50% up there. So yeah, add that to your humanity. If you had 47, you're at least now at 53, which puts your EMP up to 5 now from 4. So that's great.
EMP to what?
Could be at 5. I don't think we ever changed that from last time though, so it might have actually not changed at all.
Oh. Well, how dare you, cheaters?
Okay. I think I got everything in there.
Okay, cool. All right, back over to Unreal.
All right, so
hey, what's everybody? By the way, all that therapy happened over the course of the week and whatever. This is kind of back over to Unreal. This is before you guys get into the therapy and spend those weeks in fabrication, because this is on the earlier days, right after healing and fixing. You guys check out the van. Obviously, it's the new toy. He's getting into the system. What are you 3 doing while he's in the system? You just kind of standing there watching him, hanging out?
I'm selling up Paolo's gear.
Yeah, I'm playing with the dog. Checking out my new leg.
All right, Unreal, what's up? You're in the system.
So yeah, I guess I'll go down to the next level and figure out what this black ice is.
Yeah, you get down to the next level, and you're basically staring at a big raven. It's, big black raven staring at you.
All right.
So you've got to give me your speed check.
I think I win. You would have to roll extremely crazy good.
I did. I got 15. Oh, nice.
Yeah, I got 25.
Yeah, so. I crit success, but then I crit success, but I only got a 1 to add to that, which I thought was good. I was like, I got a 15. Damn, you killed it with a 25. Yeah, you're quick.
Technically, it's a 27 because I have +2 with Speedy Gonzalez.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
So
yeah,
really fast.
You got the jump on the raven.
Then, I got the jump on the raven. So I'm gonna do a sword attack.
Okay.
So that would be only 11, so not great.
No, it dodges that.
All right, then I'm gonna do, because I have 2 copies of sword now, do my second sword.
You're dual wielding in the
sword. Oh, and you got a 5?
What'd you roll?
I got a 4.
You got a 4?
And you got a 5. I thought, that's crazy. Yeah, that's a hit. Give me the damage.
All right. So this would be sword black ice. So 12. That's not too shabby.
Yeah. Yeah, big chunk of this raven is just shattered as pixels just kind of sprinkle across your AR view.
On my last net action, I'll do just a zap.
Okay. It's fun having the extra net actions, huh?
Yeah. Well, I still have the same 3, but it's just the order is different now.
I thought you went up.
I did. It's 7 is when you get the 4th action.
Oh.
You're still at 3. It's 4. It's basically 1 to 3 is 2 actions. 4 to 6 is 3 actions. 7 to 9 is 4 actions, and I think 10 is.
You got to beat a 5 on that one.
So I got a 12.
Nice. Give me the damage.
6. So 3.
Yeah, that's exactly the right amount. Yeah, you slice through it. It pretty much explodes into pixelation and is no longer in existence on this level. And
so
one thing,
just like
What was that?
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say one thing that I wanted to go over was your avatar, because it is definitely a thing. And I know we were kind of debating, is it like that, just like 2020 versus Red, and it didn't define it, but there's definite references of Netrunners' avatars and how they look in the actual, when they're in a system.
Yeah.
Did you want to describe how Unreal looks
Yeah.
when he's in a system? I was curious if he's like a different type of thing, or looks, how does he look?
I mean, it's going to be more like ghostly, I guess, you know, kind of, you know, as his name implies, more of a spirit, you know, kind of more ragged, more, but like kind of evilish looking, I guess, more of kind of a vengeful, you know, look versus, you know, a normal, you know, when he's not in the net. So that kind of that, you know, maybe, you know, more, just scary looking, I guess, would be a way
Nice.
to kind of, you know, put it, especially when he's wielding his sword program, just kind of this vengeful, like, you know, half samurai, half ghost spirit type, you know, look.
Hell yeah.
Because that's, you know, Onryo means, you know, has a meaning of vengeful spirit in the in Japanese. So
Hell yeah. Perfect. But yeah, you just destroyed this Raven. What's up? See Reservoir Panda in the chat. Just wanted to say what's up. I saw you showed up. One of our fellow GMs for Cyberpunk Uncensored. But yeah, you just destroyed it.
so that'd be the end of my 3 net actions. So I guess,
Yeah.
you know.
Everyone else is just chilling. Hollow got her therapy. Raven got her therapy. Coupler did all the inventions. Let's knock out the rest of this system and see what's up with your van.
So yeah, I guess I'll go down to the last level. You said there was also a
Yeah, you're looking at a
black
Hellhound.
ice here.
Yeah, you're
Hellhound.
looking at a
Oh, my
Hellhound and
favorite.
instantly starts chanting your name. Coupler,
Oh,
that's
no.
calling out to you.
I'm sewing stuff.
Coupler is my Hellhound trigger on Sirenscape or whatever. Like, there's not one for Hellhound, so I just say Coupler, and he starts with the Unreal.
So yeah, I mean, and I guess you know, got to do
Oh,
the speed check again.
yeah, critically failed on that one. Once again, you're gonna be
So it'd
lucky.
be
I think.
10.
Jeez.
Killed it. Yeah, you got the jump on the Hellhound too. You're on it tonight.
All right. Well, then I guess another sword attack for the Hellhound
Yep, got to beat
would
a
be
10.
15. So
Got it. Give me the
15.
damage.
So that'd be the black ice. So it'd be 10.
Nice. Yeah, about half the Hellhound instantly pixelates and destroys.
Then I'll whip out my sword again.
Make that sound
Nice.
perverted. Jesus.
I know.
I'll whip out that. Oh,
Whip it out, man.
just got to beat a 9.
Encourage
Hollow.
him.
So I got a 24.
God, crit
I'll encourage
success.
everything.
So 11 damage.
You can describe how you killed this thing.
I cut its head off and just, you know, watch it pixelate as it rolls away.
Nice. Hell yeah.
And then
Unreal.
you know,
Oh.
yeah. And then you said there was either a control node or
Yeah, you're basically looking after you kill this thing, you can look around on this level a little bit better, and you're basically seeing 2 different files. You're also seeing a control node.
all right. Well, I guess I'll use
Control node
My-
looks like a control node of a 10.
all right, I'll do the control node first.
Okay.
So 22. What is with all these crits
Man,
today? What the hell?
Like I said, Rio's on it, man. He's after these past missions, all the combat and craziness going on. You're just, I don't know, this is like child's play to you now, you know?
Yeah. So that'd be the control node, and then I guess I'll you know, if we're just gonna keep this going,
Sure.
you know, my next round I'll just do 2 IDs. So
Okay.
or maybe 3, since that one probably fell. I crit missed and then I critted again.
God damn.
And then my third one, so
Okay.
8. I don't know if that gets the last file or not, or if I need to.
Yeah, I'm going to do them in that order, so it makes fair sense. Yeah, the
Sure.
first thing, you get control over the control node, most definitely. You're looking at basically the control node for a snake drone that right now looks like it's blinking as disconnected,
Sure.
non-operable. You have access to all the locks for the extended van, the surveillance van. You have access to the floodlights in the front and the back. And access to the surveillance drone it comes out of the roof of this surveillance van.
But yeah, the other ones are all gonna be. So the 3 is gonna be, I guess, the ID, which presumably is a fail.
Yeah,
And then
Yeah, so the first one fails. So we'll do that. The first one was for the first file I have listed here, right? You try to open that. It's a 3. It's a fail. The second one, you're going for that same file, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you get past that because it's just a file of an 8. When you get into this file, you see it has some gang info. Looks like it's attached to the Inquisitors. It looks like it has a route and a series of addresses. Some of them are red, some of them are green, whatever that is. And then you see coordinates. It says the current HQ coordinates. And if you remember, one thing we learned about them is they don't really have a set district or hometown location in the city or whatever, a turf. They kind of move around. They're very cult-like. They feel like they're saving quote-unquote people by dismembering them from their cyberware. But their current headquarters, that does migrate every once in a while. It does have coordinates for that. But that's all that's in this file. It's very Inquisitor-centric. The next file, you're looking at a file 12. It seems like a much higher caliber. Yeah, so that didn't work. That 8 didn't work.
Failed on that one.
Yeah, the 3 didn't work.
I got a 12 on that one.
Okay, yeah, that's not going to do it.
And 11. Wow. So this one's like real hard. So I'll use 2 luck.
And the other thing too, the other thing that you're seeing on this level, you're spending a lot of time on this level, and you're really focusing on this file. Through messing around, you can tell that there is a couple cloaks or a couple viruses. There's a couple hidden things going on this level. That's one thing that you do notice as well.
Sure.
But yeah, you can give it another shot.
So yeah, I'll do another one.
Don't forget, you can drop some luck.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, I threw 2 luck at that, so I'd be blatantly get it that
Wow,
time.
yeah, you critically success at the time that you decide to throw luck on it. Unbelievable. Yeah, you get this file open, and it's definitely way different than the other file. You can tell this one is of a higher caliber. It's much more organized, very streamlined in the way that it functions. It seems a little bit above your pay grade, if you know what I mean. It basically is just some vehicle registration info, some corporate info for the vehicle registration that's linked to Danger Girl, the company Danger Girl.
Interesting. Okay. So yeah, I'll obviously copy both those files to my deck, and then I guess what I would normally do, although I'd probably have to break the existing one first, is, obviously I'd want to write my own virus that basically gives me full control of the system.
Mm-hmm.
So like obviously the Hellhound wouldn't be an issue for me. I'd have open control to the control node, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
So,
it'd be nice to actually use the van without you running the risk of frying yourself every time you logged in.
Well, what do you want to do? Do you want to try to break these cloak viruses first and see what's going on?
Yeah, I'll try to break whatever the cloak is to see what's going on.
Yeah, you're looking at an 8 and a 14. You can at least see that. I'll give that because they're DVs. But you can't tell what they do, what they're hiding, or what's going on.
I'll do the 8 first.
Okay.
So that would be success.
Yeah, you crack the 8. And you can see that there's basically a virus there, left by, it looks like it's left by a Netrunner or somebody. Looks around that same coding that you saw in the previous file. So very Inquisitor probably made, or something along those lines. And in this virus, it basically makes a digital badge that makes the Black Ice ignore you. So you can attach these digital badges to your avatar, or you can designate it now that you have control over this virus or got past this cloak. You'd have to beat a virus 8 to get access, which is about the same as if you would have to make your own. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's basically what I would do That's what I want to do.
So why don't you give me that, and let's see if you can at least...
I'll throw a look at this.
Okay.
Oh, 14, not easy.
Nice. Yeah, you got control. From here on, you can designate who you give a badge to digitally, what avatar. If you need another Netrunner or someone else to access the van system.
Obviously myself at this point.
Yeah.
And then you said there was a 14?
Yeah, you're looking at a 14 cloak. This one's a much higher caliber.
All right, I'm gonna throw my last 2 luck. So still no.
No chance.
Let me try rolling again, I guess. No luck this time. Nope. I'll do it
No.
one more time and nope. Okay. So I guess I can probably do that later.
Yeah, you can check that out later if you want to try to. Just don't forget,
Yeah. So, maybe depending on, time or whatever. Because obviously if I just keep rolling, eventually I'll roll it. But
Yeah,
I'll say
exactly.
that I'll come back to it later and maybe when, I've had some rest and quote unquote, get all my luck back or something.
Exactly. Let's do that. So yeah, you're able to go through that. Any discussions or things you need to have with each other now that that is wrapped? Things you want to go over as far as the van, the dog, the team, anything else now that these weeks have passed? Because the next thing I want everybody to do is roll their side hustle. Let's get everyone making a little side cash for that final week. But is there anything you guys needed to go over first?
So basically because effectively my first week is going to be doing healing, running around, getting the hardened circuitry, loading my deck, with my program, unloading my old one, loading my new one. That's going to be like my first week. And then I was going to do 2 weeks of hustles.
Oh,
and
okay.
then assuming those go decently well, my last week would be therapy.
Okay. So we kind of reversed the therapy though, didn't we? Or did you not? You didn't.
I never did the therapy yet.
Okay, yeah, and you were going to pay straight hospital.
I was just going to pay the hospital.
Okay, cool. If there's anything else that you guys needed to discuss as far as the van, the dog, anything else before we get into hustling?
No, I spent like 3 weeks with these people killing like 40 guys. I can go without seeing their faces for a while and just tinker. I'm good.
You those problems, not me.
Yes.
All right, cool. Let's do some hustles.
Let me go swallow and drink.
Yeah.
To forget the faces of a lot of dead men
If you
and
would,
women.
if you would, Eric or Daniel, whoever had the book there, get to the hustle page. Make sure you guys have the 1.24 version, right?
Yeah.
Because remember that the income change. And let's just.
Yep, I'm on there.
Yeah, let's break it down. Raven, give me the 1d6. Just go over to that dice symbol and roll 1d6, and let's see what you're able to hustle.
Oh, hold on. Oh, he's gone.
And you'll only be able to do one because you spent a couple weeks with the therapy first week. Well, no, you didn't have to heal or upgrade. You didn't take damage on that.
No,
one.
I didn't have to heal or anything.
That's right.
I was just on a killing spree.
She only did the. Remember, she actually succeeded
the first one. That's
there.
right. So you can do 2. So yeah, give me 1d6 and then give me 1d6 again. 4, 6.
So it'd be 4 and 6. So 4 would be hired out as muscle as a fixer, to a fixer corp or gang. That's 200 EB.
So 200.
So yeah, you gain 200, and then the 6 is a basic enforcer or hitman, work for a local corporation. That's also 200 EB.
Nice.
That sounds about right.
It's their day job.
Yeah. So yeah, you at least you made that. On Rio,
Nice.
You want to do yours?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do my 2.
Yeah, knock them out.
First roll. D6. That'd be a 5. So I brought down a major system with ransomware and got paid off to uninstall it.
Damn.
Which is funny because that is my absolute nightmare when it comes to my real job. So
You are your own worst enemy.
yeah, apparently. Next roll, 3. So 3, not as good. 3 is just kind of guide sidetrack. Didn't really do a whole lot, but I still get 100 EB from that.
Nice. And coupler?
So basically a total of
300 or?
It'd be a total of 400 actually.
Oh, okay.
I only got the 1 week, so let's see what I did.
Yeah.
I had no work. I spent all that week, and I get nothing to hear from. So I only got about 100 eddies for that week.
Oh, so
No one had any jobs for me.
but you still made 100?
Yeah, I still made 100.
What's your? Oh, I'm gonna say yeah. You should still get something.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, so I only made 100. I just had no one needed anything. Nothing needed to be fixed. Just small work here and there.
Okay, cool.
Local appliances, I guess.
And you got to hang out with Gristle. You got to teach, get to know the doggy a little bit better. Hollow, why don't you roll me your 1d6? And you should be able to do 2 of them.
For medtech?
So one she's level 5, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'd be patched up someone after a firefight. That'd be 200 EB plus.
Nice. We'll say when you were out with Janice, she had a friend that that was working with Kid or doing something, and you were able to patch them up, help out, make a little side cash one of the nights or something.
And that's 200.
Yeah, and then you can roll a second one. 1d6.
Okay.
She had a couple weeks there.
That'd be you sold some cyberware from a failed medical case. So it'd be 300 EB on that one.
Nice.
This
Well,
again
that's
sounds like something you'd be working with Kid with.
Yeah, that does.
300 straight?
Yep.
Yeah, 300
Okay.
plus the
Nice.
200,
So you just
so
made another
500
500 from side hustle in a couple weeks. That's great.
Good thing that hanging around Janice.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, I guess
She
on
keeps company with.
my last week, I'll do my therapy because I have enough money to do that, and also kind of, as in between on a quick thing, I want to get some tech hair.
Okay.
Basically do the bright, red, flashy type, hair.
Hell yeah.
Which will actually give me +2 to, I think, personal grooming and whatever
Style
it
or
is.
whatever.
Wardrobe and style, I think it is now.
Yeah, wardrobe and style.
Or wardrobe and style.
Yeah, go for it.
So yeah, so here's my, because I'm just paying the hospital to do this.
Yeah.
So here's my 2d6. 6, I'll take it.
Nice.
So that puts me at 34 total humanity loss now. And
We'll laugh at
increases
him.
my empathy.
No, I was just doing the math and I was like, I got 500 for work. I spent 500 for therapy. I'm right where I started.
I mean, that's
Pretty much.
Yeah. For me, that's pretty much
Yeah.
it. So.
All right, cool. Yeah, you guys are hanging
cool,
out. You got the fabrication stuff handled. Everybody's healed up. You got the armor taken care of. You checked out the van. You have control over that system. You know where you're at as far as, all the new toys and stuff, what you need to get the drone snake going. There's another file you got to try to hack there in the van. You're hanging out. Any other discussions or things you guys want to have with each other as far as van, dog, happenings, anything else before we move forward?
I'm gonna tell Henri maybe we can sell the location of the Inquisitors to either Kid or the sisters.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna suggest that because we have effectively locations of all that stuff and their headquarters. I don't know if the sisters have any interest in that, or if they have any beefs.
Yeah, the one thing, just to recap, because
They're psychotic.
You guys did good streetwise or gang knowledge, or I think we did a streetwise roll on it. But you guys do know that pretty much every fucking gang out there hates the Inquisitors. The Inquisitors are kind of cultist dicks that hate everyone's cyberware. They drift around to everyone's district just being dicks like that, like they don't have one set home. So everybody does kind of hate them. But the other thing is because way back in the day, past leaders of these gangs, I think it was the Blood Raisers, his nephew or someone along that line got killed by the leader of the Inquisitors at that time. And there's still an ongoing bounty for the leader. If anyone can capture or kill or bring proof of that, of the leader of the Inquisitors to the Blood Raisers, the last you checked, there was like a $25,000 reward or bounty on that guy. So that's something else to remember.
Yeah, and we have a very big debt with Kid, so he might enjoy that and maybe we'll knock it down a little bit.
Yeah, I mean,
That's on you, Henri. You're his best friend.
I mean, if you want me to offer it to Kid, I can certainly do that.
If it takes down some of that debt of we're not indebted to a psychotic murderer, yeah, I'm good with that. We only got Raven. That's one enough.
Hey. Yeah, I guess I'll message. Raven's
like, hey, I resemble that.
So I'll message Kid and ask him. I've recently come into some information that about the Inquisitors and some of their current location. Do you have any use for that information? And what is
would that be profitable to you?
Yeah, would it be profitable to you to have that?
Yeah, there's a little while where you don't get a reply. and then a reply comes in and says, "I'll look into it. Information is always good to sell on Rio, baby."
Okay. And then, yeah, I mean, other than that, the only other thing that I would want to do at some point, whether it's during this, kind of off time, is, maybe, in the very end, try to do one more chunk of like trying to get into that one, cloak file or whatever.
Yeah,
but that's up to you, however you want to handle that.
Yeah, let's do that right now. You got through the other therapies and had the times of all the other stuff. You can revisit the van now after you
since I don't have to deal with that.
Yeah, you got your tech hair put in. You dealt with the therapy. Now you're going back to the van. I'll even allow you to drop some luck in there. You can use all of it if you want.
Yeah, I'll just. So what I'll do is I'll jack in. If assuming that since I have control, I don't have to deal with the password of the Hellhound.
Yeah, you've got the badge now too. You can just go right down, and the black ice just ignore you.
I'll just dump all of my luck.
Okay.
Into the roll. So.
Just gonna be sitting there with Gristle eating like a thing of noodles, watching him see if he dies.
Unfortunately.
It's like, why is he hanging out my shop still?
I said still not, because you said it was a 14, right?
Yeah, 14.
So I guess I'll do 2 more just to see if I crit. Yeah, nothing. So
no, still no luck.
14's high. I mean, I have to basically roll in order to get a 14. I would have to roll an 8, or if I have to beat a 14, I'd have to roll a 9 or a 10.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. While Unri is doing this, Coupler and Gristler are just sort of sitting there eating noodles, just waiting to see, is he going to cook today or not?
No black ice there, but...
God, I don't know what's in that file thing. It's still fun to watch.
So yeah, I
just
guess,
your frustration.
I'll have to do it another time.
Yeah, right when you jack out from that unsuccessful attempt, your agent goes off on Rio. And it's basically a... end of the year sort of newsletter update from Ziggurat. And just anybody watching that doesn't know, Rio works for Ziggurat. It's not, a 9 to 5 by any means. It's very similar to everyone's relationship with their corps, where, they're known as not just within their net running or tech or whatever particular skills, but also for their team and their edge runner abilities and working outside the box. So you do all kinds of work for
and being
Ziggurat.
Expendable.
Could be treated like that, but it's definitely contract work, less clock in by the company. But you're still part of the, the company family or whatever. You're getting this the end of the year newsletter.
All right, well then, I'll take a look at it. Obviously I can, just do it on my virtual, my Chiron, internal agent.
Yeah, no problem.
See what their end of the year thing is.
You open it up, and it's a general update that you might see from like a typical Christmas family letter, where it's just updating you on the company happenings over the last year, the different new systems that they've installed, the different companies and partnerships they've made, and expansions they've worked on, all that sort of good stuff. And then it says they wanted to bring special attention to a netrunner, Jameson, that works for the company, who was missing for over a month, that was recently set free from a local booster gang kidnapping. Other than being a little shaken from the ordeal, he's unharmed and happy to be free. So they're kind of happy about that happening recently. Other than that, there's an invite for you and your entire team. So it's definitely addressed to Rio, this in particular at the end of the newsletter. You and your team and everyone's allowed a guest. To the end of the year New Year's Eve company party. UR is known for throwing really elaborate company parties. This is their big New Year's Eve party. They pretty much have taken over the entire club Atlantis, which is in the Glen. It's a very upscale, multi-level club. You're familiar. You guys typically don't hang out there, but you know what it is. But the company pretty much has the whole club for the night for New Year's, which is a huge ordeal. And all of you are invited. You're allowed a guest. But that's what you read in the newsletter. That's the invite.
All right. I'll a couple things. First, one thing that I forgot to mention earlier because we got sidetracked with stuff. One of the things in the first week that Rio was doing was he went to a concert for Nitro Chrome, which is the band that he kind of heard while we were trying to get into this brothel that we ended up kind of starting with.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things he did on that first week is kind of went to, a concert with that, group.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Meant to mention that earlier and I got sidetracked. But yeah, I'll let everyone know, like, hey, invited to this, New Year's, Eve party type thing, thrown by Ziggurat and UR. So, might be fun. Should be, haven't, we haven't really hung out at Ziggurat too much, as a group, but, anybody who wants to go can go.
That'll be a nice date, but not exactly my scene if you haven't noticed.
Fair.
I'm gonna point to my essentially the cargo pants and the dirty shirt of just mechanics clothes.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's any sort of like. I don't think it says there's any like dress code as it were. But
no, tonight. I mean, typically the Atlantis is. It's the Atlantis. Let's see. I mean, we'll say you guys do know about it. You guys have been in Night City enough, and you've been around. It's not like you need a huge role to kind of figure this sort of thing out. But the Atlantis is in the Glen. It's a glamorous, multi-level club, popular with execs for its flashy, avant-garde, and almost disorienting style, highlighted by moving staircases, mirrored walls, and a cool cerulean lighting, which is like kind of like a blue. But yeah, it's typically for execs and upper class, very fancy, very kind of tripped out in modern stylized and stuff. But for this case, Ziggurat knows, like, they have lower level employees all the way up to execs and stuff. No dress code. It's a Ziggurat party. They run the club that night,
Yeah.
And what's up? I see a Nino Gaming. Nino Gaming in the chat. Just want to say what's up to a Nino. And he said, where's Jimenez's invite? Jimenez should get a Ziggurat invite to the holiday party.
That's funny.
Yeah, we got to have him back sometime soon. That'll be cool to do at the top of the year or sometime soon. We'll work that out.
So yeah, I mean, I say, I'm all about going. I don't know if, presumably it's a, decent, money or decent food, decent, drinks.
Oh yeah. And you do know that with Ziggurat, when UR throws a party, it's flashy as fuck, just like how he is with his style and stuff. It's open bar for the entire company. There's going to be hors d'oeuvres, lots of good networking, no dress code. Very, it's definitely a night to be had. It's kind of a nice thing to get invited to this. And you're allowed to each invite a guest if you want to. So you have a couple days before this is going down, before New Year's, so you guys can, each tell me what you guys do to prepare for this, or who you're inviting, or what you're doing, what you're wearing, what's up.
I mean, I'm just wearing my normal, like, flashy jacket with the, light up logo. I've got my new, flashy red, light up tech hair. I have my, my Kim skin, which is my, kind of black nails and bluish, hands and arms that I have, had installed way back. But kind of just, I'm not, I'm dressing up as, the kind of the urban flash that I typically wear.
Oh, yeah. What about Raven?
Raven's going to go with her red sexy dress with her hooded jacket on top of it. And I'm going to go all red with the red pumps, too.
Nice. And we'll say your tech hair is matching the Ziggurat color right there with that bluish, and the color of the club, maybe a little darker with the club. But yeah, the blue hair fits. It's stylized with it. That'll be fun. And you got your new chrome legs, so that I imagine the slit in the dress is showing off.
Yeah, I have my gun hidden in there still.
Of course. See, I mentioned how nice the chrome leg looks through the slit, and you got to make sure you're like, oh yeah, in my hidden holster I have access to that gun.
I have my gun.
Hell yeah, nice.
Raven's always ready.
Hell yeah.
But she does have her other stuff. She brought her other straps with her, but she decorated them nicely.
Nice. And I see Aqua in the chat too saying we resurrected Atlantis. No, Club Atlantis is in Cyberpunk RED, just so you know. But yeah, Raven, so you've got the blue hair, and what about your eyes?
I'm going to have them sparkling. They're going to glitter.
Nice. That's awesome. Coupler, what's up? What are you wearing to go out, and what are you planning?
Since Coupler's going to invite the biologist girl out to the party as well, he's going to spend a little bit of eddies and get himself some generic chic, like top-bottom jacket and shoes, so he will at least look somewhat presentable and not like he just came out of the garage.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you can deduct
So
that. And I
we'll be
rolled
dressing
on
up a little bit.
I rolled on it. She said yes.
Can we name her yet?
Yeah, I think
come up
we.
with a
She
name.
had a name.
Yeah,
didn't
she did.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
I mean,
have.
That's
was
not a
like-
good sign.
Yeah, I got to look back on it. But if you want, we can make up, so we can throw something together for right now. Because
You
I,
could give her a cute nickname.
yeah. You can think about that for a moment because I'm cool with that. If you want to name it something so you remember and it's fun for you. Otherwise, I can look back at the previous session printout because we did name her at that time. It's just not on the top of the tip of my tongue right now. So, but yeah, I also didn't ask on Rio Raven. We know what you guys are looking like. Did you guys invite anybody to go with you?
The only person I know is Lola. I would take her everywhere I go.
Okay.
Unreal, I'm pretty sure Kid can get you a date.
Yeah.
I'm sure he has those girls still on call.
Oh, that's so true. That's so true.
I'm sure he could, but no.
Yeah, I see PW Bind in the chat says name her Recall. I actually really like that. Recall.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, because you're having a hard time We're having a hard time recalling the name here, so that's kind of fun.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, let's name her Recall. We're gonna go with that. I really like that. Okay, yeah, and I just rolled on it too. Yeah, Lola's down. She actually said Willow's sisterhood after the big holiday bash isn't actually throwing a New Year's thing. A couple of them had to go out of town. A couple others are working on something else. So Lola's excited to actually have something to do. She's dressing up to kind of match what you're wearing and treating it like a girls' night out or hanging out. She's also friends with Coupler, Willow's sisterhood, so she's excited to go. On Rio, were you trying to get a hooker from Kid, or
No.
is that what I heard?
No. No interest there.
Okay.
I'm gonna see who is there. Like I said, I'm more of a loner, but see if
Yeah. That sounds good.
anybody
Hollow,
at Ziggurat's interesting.
what's Hollow gonna wear, and is she inviting anybody?
I think I'm gonna invite Janice. And I'm have my hair all curled up to the side, and my tattoos are all glowing, and I have this strap on, one strap dress that has two slits on this. And I am wearing completely impractical heels.
Nice.
Those heels that you go damn.
Straight up
That was somebody with those heels by the end of the night.
Ones you regret
There's a good chance of it.
wearing towards the end of the night. All right, looking good. Yeah, and I rolled Janice's down. Everyone's down to go that you guys invited. So Lola's going, Recall's going, Janice is going. You guys got your outfits picked out. You're ready to go. So yeah, we'll say it's that night. What are you guys doing? You guys picking up the dates in the Extendo van, or you guys getting a combat cab, or they're meeting you there? Fill me in. How's it gonna go down?
Yeah, do you want to do that or cab?
Lola and I.
I think we go. Yeah, I'm gonna take a. Yeah, I'm gonna take a cab to go pick up Recall. It's I'm not taking the van. I gotta have some dignity.
Well, you're on a date.
I'm not taking a murder van. Pretty sure we saw blood on it.
Yeah, you're just I invited you to the date. Get in my van.
He has blood splattered, some bullet holes in the side. You're just come on.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Totally safe.
So is everybody going to go in on maybe some big SUV rental sort of taxi situation, or is everybody doing separate rides? Let me know.
I'd say
I'll do a separate ride.
Yeah, I'll just meet everyone there. Just take a regular, bullshit, basic taxi.
Right.
All right,
You
everyone.
can take the van on, Ryu. I'll give you the keys if you want.
Yeah, I'll just get a taxi.
All right, so
Yeah, he has no
everyone's
drive
doing
skill.
everyone's doing date
No
night.
drunk driving.
On Rio's doing loner style.
He's a dark horse for the night.
Lola
Yeah.
and I, girls' night. Getting in the show. Getting in the show. Getting in the show.
Yeah, you guys roll up. You guys get there, no
Almost get murdered.
problem. There's a lot of traffic throughout the city, people partying, people getting ready for New Year's celebrations, but you get there, no problem. There's a lot of district and city PD out tonight. You can see them, riding around as you're getting through the different parts of town, getting into the Glen, getting over to the Atlantis, especially in the Glen, which is a much nicer part of the city anyways. There's a lot of big corps here, and I think the city hall building and things like that are around here. It's just a nicer area, so there's a lot of PD out. There's kind of like check stops. You guys actually get stopped through one, but you have no problem. You guys haven't been drinking or anything, and that's even on your separate rides, even in these taxis. Like they're cracking down. It's New Year's, but you get there. It's the Atlantis. It seems really crowded and packed as you guys are getting up into there. Let me just bring up map here. You guys get
my question: who's packing heat?
Oh yeah, tell me, are you guys, or what are you guys doing?
I guess is there a rule that you can't carry anything, or I would kind of assume there might be a rule for that.
No, at this place you definitely can't carry in visible weapons. It would have to be something that you can conceal ultimately if you wanted to, and even then, there might be a role for it. There might be a scanner. You don't know. You haven't really gone to this club.
I'm not, because it's Ziggurat. I'm not, I'm not going to do anything that's going to piss them off. So there's no reason for me to be packing anything at that point.
Okay.
Yeah, I won't be carrying.
Weave on my body, and then hi.
Yeah.
That's all that music.
Yeah, sorry, I was just kicking on the inside of the club sound thanks to Sirenscape. Make sure you adjust the volume on your personal Sirenscape if that kicked in a bit loud, because it's much louder than out on the streets. Now you guys are in the club.
Yeah, a little louder.
And shout out to my past band D-Root. That's where that music is coming from. Part of the Sirenscape nightclub sound, official Cyberpunk RED soundscape. I'm excited to partner with them and do that. But yeah, you guys are entering in a club. What are you doing as far as weapons? You're not bringing anything, not concealing anything, you said on Rio? What about Coupler, Hollow?
No, I'll be going naked.
I have my weapon in my leg.
Okay.
I have mine concealed, and then I have my skin weave my body.
Yeah, you always have that. Gives you, I think, an SP7 all the time.
And I'm just gonna if they let me bring it in, I'm just gonna have my sword at my back. If I have to check it, I'll check it. But at least I have my melee weapon with me.
Okay, Hollow?
I got my arm, so I should be good without any weapons.
Okay, yeah, you guys get up there after waiting in line. You can hear the music blaring from inside this place. You can see the neon lights. It's got a very, lots of blues and purples, and there's a crowd kind of going off in the background. You can see. As far as a company party, this is pretty fucking rowdy. People are dancing and getting into it. Obviously, open bar, food, kind of rare in Night City. Everybody's really getting into the hospitality Ziggurat's putting out. It looks like people are really having a good time. As you're going in, one thing most definitely happens, and that's the 4 huge security guys at the front, and the 2 that are club, not just private for Ziggurat, but the club enforcers too. They all stop Raven. Telling her that there's no weapons in here, and they're trying to check your sword.
Yeah, I'll let them check my sword.
Okay, they check it. They give you a card. It gets locked up. You see them put it in the safe. They check everybody else down. Everyone's good to go. They check the list. Everybody's in. You're in this club. You enter. It's super crowded, multi-levels. People are going off. There's a DJ, some live performers and stuff. So, what are you guys doing?
Well,
Coupler's gonna go to the bar.
Yeah, the bar. But as I'm walking up there, I'm gonna see if I can notice if UR is here. Has made an appearance yet or not.
Okay.
Coupler's gonna get drinks for him and Recall.
What about Raven? What are you doing?
I'm gonna follow Lola to the bar because she's gonna get some drinks, but I'm gonna wait to drink because I want to check my surroundings first before I let my guard down.
Okay. Hollow, what are you and Janice doing?
We're going to the bar, get some drinks. Like, we're pretty relaxed and just like giggling to each other.
Okay, cool. Yeah, sounds like.
Oh my god! Did you see that outfit?
Hell yeah! People watching. Hell yeah. Yeah, so everybody's having a good time. You're heading to the bar, it sounds like. It sounds like on Rio and Raven. Give me your perceptions.
13.
Okay. Yeah, Raven, you notice that this place is crowded. People are drinking, partying. It seems like for every 50, 20 to 50 people, there's like a couple security guards. Like there's a lot of security in here. You see a lot of private security and then club security as well. Definitely a real, high class venue. They don't fuck around here. They want it to be safe. It's expensive. You're noticing that it's definitely one of the higher class nightclubs you've been to. Other than that, nothing is really standing out. You do notice security cameras randomly around the club, multi-levels, like I said. Nothing else really sticks out of the ordinary unless there's something particular you're looking for. Typical nightclub.
Yeah, I just wanted to see what was around, if I seen any, enemy, so to speak.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, typical. Everyone partying, nothing crazy, lots of security. That's about it. And on Rio, with that role, you don't see UR anywhere. Looking around, by the time you get to the bar, you do see down a little bit farther down the bar, you see Leroy, which is one of your supervisors, actually. When you do some of your contract work, he's usually the guy that will give you some of your scout jobs, like when you have to go and install a system or fix a system when it's like an on-location sort of thing. Other than that, you don't recognize or see anybody else.
All right. Well, then, yeah, what I would do is, I'd grab, like a, rum and Coke or something, not too crazy. And then, I'd go over and, at least say hi and be like, hey, this is great. This is awesome. Like, don't get to, get out to this type of place very often.
Yeah, he sees you, turns to you, he's like, oh, Unreal, what's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, as usual, UR throws one hell of a party, huh? So what are you drinking?
Just rum and Coke. That's my go-to drink.
Nice. Cheers. He cheerses you.
Yeah, I cheer him back.
Yeah, he says, yeah, so what have you been up to, man? I haven't seen you in the office lately. I know we haven't really called you in for any resource gigs and stuff. It's been over a month or so. What have you been doing, keeping yourself going with?
Just, my group, they have certain things that they get, asked to look into and, grab stuff. And, we've been, doing some of that, had some run-ins with, gangs, kind of the normal stuff that you tend to do when you're kind of out and about.
Yeah. No doubt, yeah. Sounds kind of rowdy. Yeah, and Coupler, you're over at the bar. You got a drink with Recall. What are you doing?
Just chatting to her about whatever her experiments are, how they've been going, how's the neighborhood been, how's the building doing.
Yeah,
seeing
how's
Big Dave's alive.
Yeah, you haven't heard?
No, what's going on?
No,
not exactly my neighborhood.
Yeah, he's done. I had to get out of there and get a new location. That whole place it was taken over by a booster gang now. Like he wasn't around or something, and then all that shit went down. I guess when you guys were there doing whatever the fuck you guys were getting into at that time. Because if you remember, she did kind of step out and see some of the gunfight and shit go on. If you remember, but yeah, she's just ever since then she's like it just went downhill. I mean, shit always happens there and always did, but that night in particular, I mean, it just things went south. But no, I got a new spot. I don't really fuck around there anymore.
That's good to hear. That was it was a good thing to get out of there sooner rather than later, because that place was just a hotbed of bad things. Big Dave had some very unsavory friends. We came to learn the hard way.
Yeah, he seemed a little bit creepy to me. I always kept my distance. It was just like the cheapest option I could find to run what I wanted, and like no one gave a shit what I would do there. But yeah, he was a bit creepy. I never really liked him.
Glad you're in a better place now.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a hell of a party for a bunch of data guys.
Yeah. No,
not what I expected.
Thanks so much for inviting me. I've heard about Ziggurat and everything, but I didn't know like they were of this caliber. This is awesome. This is huge. Hollow, what are you doing? Yep. You're at the bar. You and Janice are people watching, seeing crazy outfits and people doing stupid dance moves. What's up?
Well, I'm getting my Cosmo, getting ready to dance. I can't remember. I can't decide whether or not Hollow's a decent dancer or not.
Well, you know what's going to determine that. That's going to be determined by a roll.
Okay.
Yeah, you put anything in performance.
Wouldn't it be athletics?
Well, I think there's a specific dancing.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
I'll take athletics. It's not going to be the smoothest of dance moves, but let's at least see if you look coordinated. Oh, awesome. Okay.
Did I get a 1 or something?
No, you crit.
No, you got a 26.
You got a 26. You're tearing it up.
Like it's more of like breakdancing rather than like.
Yeah. No, it's definitely more. Because like I said, it's not dancing; it's athletics. But with a roll like that, I mean, you're coming across super coordinated. You're able to do some elaborate flipping shit or whatever you want. That was a great roll. So you're dancing, you're impressing. Janice is getting turned on. She's having a great time. People are looking. At one point, with a roll like that, people even backed around and made like a little circle and were like, "Go Hollow, go Hollow." It was kind of cheesy, like an old school dance movie from back in the day, Raven, what are you doing? You're hanging out with Lola. You're at the bar. Lola grabs a couple drinks. What are you doing?
We're actually still probably in a good mood from the Christmas party, so I'm cheesing out with Lola, girling out for a minute. So we're dancing around listening to music because I actually know the words to all these songs that are playing now.
Yeah, that's funny, isn't it?
I'm trying not to sing along with them as I hear it in the background.
That's funny.
So I'm going to do it athletics because I don't have anything else. So let's see if Raven knows how to dance.
Dance is actually dexterity. That's where it's tied
to. So it's effectively like.
But I'll allow athletics tonight. If you don't have dance, like I said, to at least see if it comes across coordinated. I'll allow you to throw that in. And in a role like that, it's decent enough. You're not looking as good as Hollow. Hollow's going to beat you in a dance fight tonight. But you're doing good. You're still looking coordinated, Raven.
I don't look like a total jackass.
Yeah, you might win. Raven might win in a real fight.
Team meeting.
In a real fight. But Hollow's definitely kicking your ass in a dance fight tonight. She's schooling you.
She's trying to get laid, so.
Yeah. But hey.
Yeah, I gotta impress.
Before I get back to Onryo and get around, now we know what everyone's kind of doing in the club. Onryo's having this conversation. Let's do the first Sirenscape giveaway. We've got 2 subscriptions to give away tonight. Anybody that's in the chat that's listening right now, just pick a number between 1 and 100 and type that in. I still didn't set up that name thing, and now I can't get to the link because I'm on Discord. But yeah, type in just everybody listening for a free subscription to Sirenscape. Pick a number between 1 and 100. And even if you already have Sirenscape, you can pick a number and gift it to your favorite player or GM. We'll give it just a little bit, everyone to kind of type in. Steve at Sirenscape. Oh, I hope I win, you bastard. He wins, and he's like, I'm keeping it for myself. He's like, I got another copy. I'm putting on a different computer. All right, cool. Let's do... Raven, you want to go over to the 1D100 on the dice and roll 20? And everybody will just give it a couple more seconds. Everybody pick a number between 1 and 100. Type it in the chat. There's a chance to win a subscription to Sirenscape. We'll do one now, and then we'll do one a little bit later towards the end. I just wanted to do one now. I wanted to do it a little bit earlier, but we're kind of in the flow of getting to the club and stuff here.
Oh, Ariel had to step away for a moment.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. Yeah, Raven, hit the 1D100. Let's see what it is. 46.
That seems like
look at Quincy. Yep, Quincy Forder. Quincy Forder, you won a subscription to Sirenscape. I believe it's 2 months free at Sirenscape. So awesome. Thanks so much for tuning into the live stream. We're going to continue on now with the game. We're going to do another giveaway of Sirenscape in just a little bit towards the end here. And Quincy, if you want, if we're friends here on Twitch, you can send me a message with your email address. You can also hit up Steve at Sirenscape. You see him here in the chat. You can send him your email address. Or if you're on the Cyberpunk Uncensored Discord or group on Facebook, however you want, hit me up, hit Steve up. get that free subscription to Sirenscape going. Okay, back to the Atlantis. You guys are hanging out on Rio. Yeah, so you're basically chewing the fat with Leroy, one of your supervisors there. After you kind of tell him what you've been doing the past month, he's like, yeah, that's crazy, man. Yeah, you've always been down to like hustle and you're not scared to get your hands dirty with working. And look, I know it's a holiday party, man, but you down to talk a little business for a moment?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I've got some new programs as well, new deck. So, is there anything that you're looking for?
This could be good timing. Do me a favor, hang out around the bar for right now. You came with your people too, right? That you typically work with. I saw you come in with them earlier. I thought.
Yeah, they're here.
Okay, cool. Yeah, when you gather them up, and I'll be right back. I might have something for you. I'll be right back. And he kind of like walks off. Give me a perception roll on Rio.
All right. Perception or human perception?
You can give me both if you want.
All right. Well, here's my human and my regular. So 14 human, and then.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell that he's being pretty genuine. He seems kind of buzzed on alcohol. But that perception, you didn't see where he walked off to. He kind of cut in through the crowd, and you're not really sure where he went.
Sure. Well then, I guess I'll, grab, since everyone's kind of near the bar, let them know, hey, I might, my contact Leroy might actually have a job for us. I don't know if he's talking about today, but, hopefully, maybe after the party or whatever, but, he's going to come back and let me know what he's looking for. So, might be some more money.
I appreciate not being shot at my new clothes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're going to have any issues in here.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Security.
Doesn't Coupler have a history of getting his clothes fucked up or something, didn't we?
Yes.
Raven's so quick. She's like, yep. All right, go on. On Rio, back to you. Sorry.
Yeah, I just let everyone know, he's supposed to come back soon to let me know what he's looking for.
I danced and give him a thumbs up.
And just to let you know, Quincy said he sent the message, so should be all good.
Yeah, I saw that, Quincy. I'll check that out whenever we're done. And yeah, you can. I see that you can give that email to Steve at Sirenscape right there. That's who I was gonna hit up with it anyway. So hit him up direct and get that copy you just won direct. And thanks, for participating. Like I said, and thanks to Steve and everybody at Sirenscape for not just sponsoring us, but giving us gifts and prizes that we can kind of reward our fans in the community with. That's really, really, really cool. So. But yeah, Raven's dancing gives you the thumbs up. Coupler tells you he doesn't want to get his clothes bloody. Hollow, what's your reaction to this news?
Hey, have to? I got a hot date.
Well, I don't know what he wants right this second, but we'll see.
Oh, you can just leave Janice with a recall. We can take a moment to go step aside.
Lola's used to it. She's like, whatever.
And I'm just kind of listening to the music as, looking around waiting for, Leroy to come back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are hanging out, and a little bit of time passes. You're able to talk with each other about this, have those conversations, and then you see Leroy coming back, cutting through the crowd. He comes up to you, he sees you on Rio, and he's like, hey, you got your people together? Come on, follow me. Let's go talk. He kind of turns around and starts walking away.
So yeah, I guess I'll start following him and let everybody know. I guess he wants us to follow him.
Well, this sounds like a terrible plan. I don't get a nice date, and I'm gonna get murdered.
That's Ziggurat. They're not that type of.
I let Lola know the first sign of any trouble, grab the girls and get the fuck out of Dodge.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a empty beer bottle off the bar, just in case, and act like I'm drinking from it, because I want to at least have something.
Yeah, you do. You find one on your way by. You easily grab one.
I still have my rum and coke, so. Except that.
Yeah, but you can't hit anybody with a tumbler as well.
Yeah, you can still.
But you
get the right tumbler, they hurt. Yeah,
Yes,
I'll follow
you
them and kind of.
You have your heels. You'll be fine.
What are you doing with your dates?
I already told you. I told Lola to watch out for the girls, and if
Okay.
anything happens, get them out.
Oh,
So
okay.
don't even worry
Yeah.
about us to grab
I'll
them.
let Recall know that business has come up, and I'll be right back as soon as possible. And stay close to Janice and Lola, and don't believe anything Lola has to say. Not that horrible.
Okay. I beg forgiveness from Janice. I'm like, I swear to God, I did not know I would have work today. I will make it up to you, but you should enjoy this party. Hang out with our friends. Bitch about me if you want, because I deserve it. I'm sorry.
She's like, oh, please. I work with Kid. I know what it's like. Shit can happen. I'll be right here. I'll be right here when you get back.
Have a good time.
And it's kind of funny if you think about these 3 date girls. They're almost like their own little edge runner team in a sense, because they got the med tech, they got the fighter, and then they got Janice, who's almost like a little fixer in her bartender self. So it's almost like a little team within themselves, kind of. It's kind of neat. But yeah, you guys basically follow Leroy. He takes you through the club crowd, out to, through the back, past like some bathrooms and some other rooms, probably business for the club. Past the elevators and emergency stairs up to the other levels, to like a private elevator. And you guys all get in. It's a bit cramped. It's actually a very small elevator. But you get in there. The music gets a little more muffled as you go up a few levels. You can tell you're getting up towards the top. And if you look here in roll 20, you can see kind of what the elevator opens up to. It basically comes out to this sort of private level. Very upper class, very stylized, with like kind of like retro artwork and like grease sculptures and stuff, but everything painted in neons and doused in neon lighting and such. You can also oversee the city over the Glen and looking out past the hot zone into the other districts from this point of view. So it's definitely the nicer part of this club. And this view actually cuts through some of the higher skyscrapers and things in this area to get through, to this nicer view. At this top level, you can see. Well, everybody, give me a perception. Let's see how much you notice stepping out of this elevator. And I know, I know.
Damn, this is an interesting. Like, not really paying too much attention, just following.
Yeah. And I was a little late this time, but I always usually say it. Oh, and he's back. Kitty! There, I said it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Called him. He arrived.
Hell yeah. I like when pets
I'm paying more
join us
attention
to play.
to like Leroy rather than anything.
Yeah. Did everybody roll? Oh, okay, there it is. Yeah, you're not noticing too much getting in, stepping into there, except for like the atmosphere. Everyone else notices there's just it feels like almost just as much security up here as the rest of the club, even though there's like a small percentage of the amount of people hanging out. There's a handful of good-looking people over at like a little private bar. A guy and a girl kind of flirting on these couches over here. A couple people talking, looking out the window. And then on the other side, you can see UR talking to a couple people. But there's security intermixed all around on this level, aside from like what I just described. Leroy kind of like his walk. He tells you, wait right here. And he walks over to UR and is talking to him for a moment. And you see UR kind of like looking over towards you guys as they're chatting for a moment.
So yeah, I'll look over towards UR and be like, kind of whisper to everybody like, I've never met them. Like, this is crazy. And then I'll kind of look and see.
This is out of my comfort zone.
I've seen UR like on video journals and stuff, but obviously there's always kind of the game of like what they've changed and since the last time they've done something. So kind of see what exotic biosculpting that UR's installed recently. Try to see if I can figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, you can see, and I just changed, music's getting a little more muffled. This seems like more of a private level, separated from the rest of the party, more for socializing, drinking a little. Everyone's dressed much nicer up here too. With UR, you can tell he's got the threading and some neon and tech hair. I mean, he's definitely modded out with the ears and everything. I mean, he's looking exactly like you see him in all the pictures and promos and stuff. Very, very star-stricken a little bit because obviously he's famous as fuck in Night City for Ziggurat.
And just to correct something, not to be that liberal, technically, you are gender neutral. In the book, it's they. Just,
okay.
Just so people, that it is one of those things in Cyberpunk that,
Oh, well, no, most definitely. Then that's how he's referred. So it's
the way that
not just the look, but the
refers
complete
to it
style.
Is them, they.
Yeah, not just the look, but the complete style. So,
Thanks for letting us know.
Oh, there, I'm back.
That's a lot of biosculpting.
Yeah, but he's definitely just as flashy as, like I said, you see in all the ads, and they're just standing there with a bunch of people and talking.
Do I recognize anybody who, you are talking to? Or
No, just a bunch of other, looks like execs and stuff with, some arm candy. The people that he's talking to either have like a guy or a girl very skimpily clothed and hanging on their arm, and it just looks very private party-esque, I guess. But Leroy goes over, talks to him for a while. You see him kind of like looking over. The people that were talking with you are just kind of dissipate, and a couple go over to the bar, a couple over talking to other people. Now it's just you are and Leroy. Leroy kind of like gestures towards you all.
He'll like come to him?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll walk over.
I follow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow. Paranoid as always.
All right.
Group formation.
Yeah. So you guys in formation.
The higher we go,
over.
the more likely we are to fall.
What was that?
The higher we talk to somebody up in a business, the more likely we are to fall on our faces. Things don't go well when we talk to people that can make us vanish.
So you
I'm feeling good, so I'm walking up all cocky. What's up?
Raven's had a drink or two. But yeah, you guys walk over. You are standing there, Leroy. When you walk over, he says, "Oh, I'm sure maybe you haven't met personally, but this is you are. This is on Rio. This is his team I was telling you about." And you are kind of interrupts him and says, "No, I've heard all about you. Leroy's told me, and I briefly looked into you over this. I'm happy that you're willing to talk to me during what normally would just be a straight celebration. So it's nice to meet you." And he goes to shake your hands.
Like I'll shake it enthusiastically.
They go to shake your hands. Sorry.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I've obviously seen you in all the video journals and worked with your company many a times, but it's wonderful to finally meet you in person.
Yeah. They kind of blush and like looks away and looks towards Leroy and says, I get this a lot. People don't realize I'm much more accessible than you would think, but that's fine. That's fine. So you're willing to talk a little bit of business aside from the celebration? I assure you, nothing will have to happen right now. I just want to see if maybe there's something you can help with. Leroy's told me a lot about your current workings, and it sounds like you might be perfect for this job. And he looks at Leroy. Leroy just kind of like nods and looks back at you and kind of smiles. You can tell Leroy, I don't know, kind of hyped you up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always happy to do anything that Ziggurat, company that I've become fond over. If there's anything that we can do to help you, that let me know.
Well, yeah, you've been with us some time. How long have you been working with us now?
Oh, Rob, you'd have to tell me like how long, but I guess it'd be several months, if not longer.
Yeah, I think it would be kind of fair to say that you've kind of been there since day one of them reestablishing a Night City. They were like the first big job you've kind of been sticking with, contract work. Been there.
Yeah, basically ever since I came to Night City would be my envision, because Ziggurat's the big kind of data company that obviously as a net runner I obviously would be more gravitated towards, and you are also a fan of, or and maybe knows it's always been ambiguous, Raish Bartmoss, who obviously is kind of the epitome of net runners, even though obviously he's also known as the one that kind of destroyed much what was the old net, but obviously he kind of brilliant in his own way. So
Psychotic way.
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
Well, yeah, UR just agrees with you. They say, well, yeah, that's why I'm interested and appreciative of you willing to talk, as you've been with us since day one. I can assure you it's going to fast track you in my mind as far as being part of the company, and could really get you some open doors to some bigger and better gigs in the future. But that's, if you can help us with this, and it's all about discretion right now, and that's why I'm talking to you, as Leroy said. And he looks at him again. Leroy nods, and he says, I needed somebody that I could trust, someone with us since day one. And it also shows, when I did a brief look, you've been coming up the ranks as well. Seems like you've been doing more and more. And that's kind of a reference to, your skill sets coming up, your abilities, the fact that you're now, a rank 6, right?
Yeah.
It does kind of show in the level, the caliber of work that you do now. But UR goes on to explain. He says, why don't we sit over here and get a little more private? And he gestures over to one of the couches by the window, and all of you can kind of fit there and sit.
Yeah, we'll follow him. Or follow them. Is Leroy still there, or did Leroy take off?
No, Leroy's there. He walks over. Leroy doesn't sit, though. He just kind of stands there. You also notice a couple of the security guys that were standing around also follow and just stand kind of off to the sides a bit. It seems like somebody is always watching UR.
Bodyguard.
Yeah, but UR sits. You all sit with they, and UR goes on to explain. Well, it's no mystery that, aside from systems and what we do with the programming and such, that we're in the business of selling information. That's actually a bigger portion of our income. And just so you know, and you do know this about Ziggurat, that a majority of their income, not even part, but a majority, comes from the data and information and sort of statistics and things that they sell, that they harvest off of data pools and systems and apps that they have put into systems and put out there. So they're really into the business of selling information and data. So he goes on to explain, there's no mystery here that we make a big chunk of our money with information. Recently, we've had a partner that, buys a lot of information from us, come under possible spotlight. There might be some issues with this company that we work with. They're called Source. I'm not sure if you're familiar or have heard. They're fairly new, but we've definitely sold them plenty of information and done enough deals with them that we're in bed. And that would be completely normal and fine, except for the fact, like I said, that they're currently under a bit of a spotlight, and between me and you, they might be on the brink of a bit of a corporate war. Apparently, they've gotten to a situation with these recent Aerozeps that went down just over a month ago. As you know, there's still issues in the city with cargo and still washing up on shore and problems, but apparently it was an issue with Rockland, and now Source is facing a possible war with Rockland, and well, we don't need to be associated with that. Maybe some of the information that we've given them leads to some of the cargo and things from Rockland, and we don't need to be in bed with that. So I would really like maybe your help and your team in kind of clearing up some of that for us. It would fast track you with the company. It would get you all some really good pay.
Basically,
you wouldn't have to do it tonight.
Your name detached.
Yeah, what we would need is, if this is something you think you could help with. Obviously not tonight. Let's get back to celebrations, but in the next day or two, knowing that time is of the essence with this sort of thing. At any moment, information could be breached and we could be exposed. But celebrate tonight. Come back tomorrow or the next day as soon as you can. We'll have you hit level 5, which is a big programming level at Ziggurat. When you go down to level 5, it's usually to pick up packages and programs and systems for install and such. But he said, stop at level 5. I'll have a package in your name. Install that in the main database system at Source. Now, I know this isn't easy. You don't just walk into Source and get to their main server room and hack a system and distribute it. But I can assure you, if you do get to their main server room, You can get to any system in the server room, drop off this program, this virus, into the bottom level, and it'll spread on its own. Anybody that accessed the system, it'll attach to a copy to, it'll spread to any system they go forthcoming within that range. It'll target anything that's attached to Ziggurat or any of our codes and erase it, cloaking it completely. It's very high quality. Obviously, the hard part is you getting into their server room and dropping this off in the system and getting out of there. One thing I can arrange that can help you is we've recently made contact with a media named Nostradamus. I don't know if you've heard of him in the city, but he has a lot of connections. He runs a warehouse over in the warehouse district, and I can basically set you up a meeting. I can give you a little sort of per diem there to cover any expenses to help you. He might be able to give you some codes, some blueprints, something to help. I'm not sure, but he is definitely known for having information in databases and sources himself. So that would be the first step. But if this is something you can agree to, like I said, it would fast track you at the company, and I can guarantee 2,000 eddies per member of your team here.
Okay. It sounds like something we can do. We've kind of heard of that company in the past, and obviously if they're a problem for you, I'm happy to see if there's anything I can do for that.
Oh, this delights me.
And then if I'll contact your media Nostradamus and see if there's anything they can do to assist us with accomplishing this.
Yeah, you see a big smile on UR's face. He looks towards Leroy and he kind of nods. He says, "You'll get the information that you need, and like I said, if you can come back tomorrow or if after tonight, if you need a day of recuperation, I totally understand. You can come back the next day, but hit level 5. It'll be waiting in your name. Per diem will be transferred, information transferred." He looks back at Leroy. Leroy nods. Your agent already goes off. You don't take time looking at the details, but you see that something just came in, probably from Leroy, but he nods.
I mean,
says,
I can see it on my eye because I don't even have to pull anything
Oh,
out.
that's right. Okay, yeah. So it goes across. You basically can see an address. You can see, reserve of 1,000 eddies that you can spend, plus the guarantee of 2,000 per for job complete. But it's all kind of in this encrypted sort of message that'll typically delete itself within 24 hours. But that comes in, you can transfer the 1,000, so you at least have that to spend on expenses, like maybe with Nostradamus or something like he was saying, or like they were saying. And yeah, that comes through. UR goes on to explain, so by all means, get back to my party, get back. This is all about you. This is about the company, everything that everyone has done for me. Go celebrate, go have a good time. I thank all of you, for helping me with this. And again, be as discreet as possible. I don't need to tell you how important this is to me. And thank you again. And he turns around and just, goes back to some of the people he was talking to before, starts walking over towards the little private bar.
I'll just, thank them and start heading towards the elevator so we can, at least everyone else can go collect their, and continue their fun times with their dates.
Yeah, Leroy follows you, just says, "Hey, so that's great, man. This is great that you're coming on board and kind of stepping up. I just, after chatting, I thought this might work, and it did. So hey, good on you. I really appreciate that. Makes me look good."
Well, I will endeavor to make you look excellent, and then I'll get on the elevator to go down.
Yeah, you guys go back down. You see the girls just chilling at the bar. They're excited to see you. Not that much time has really passed, maybe about 30 minutes or so, if that.
Oh, is Leroy with us on the elevator back down? I'm curious.
Yeah, he did, but when he got down there, he just kind of walked off into the crowd. You see him talking to other people and stuff.
Yeah, when Leroy's out of earshot distance, I'm going to whisper in him on Ryu's ear. You realize after he puts a knife in your back, he's going to use it as a stepping stool to sort of just keep going up, right?
Well, that's why we have to look behind us at all times. So.
That's why you keep us around.
I would much rather work for you and Leroy than Kid.
Hey!
You made that bet.
What's wrong with Kid?
Yeah, Kid will just stab us in the front.
Yeah.
With something rusty.
Yeah.
Very rusty.
And blunt.
So yeah, I mean, I'll continue to, once we get down and all that stuff, I'll go back to the bar, get another, maybe rum and,
Yeah.
Maybe get like a Mai Tai, something a little crazier, a little more complicated.
Yeah, you get a fancier drink. You guys get some drinks. The girls are definitely happy that you guys are all back into some dancing and such. What are you guys doing with the rest of the night in this party?
Coupler's gonna drink a little bit more, and for the most part, chat up Recall, see how she's been doing.
How are you gonna end the night here with Recall?
Now, hopefully get that New Year's Eve kiss, but hopefully not get a drink in the face or shot. Preferably not shot. I feel like that happens everywhere we go.
Yeah, you get the New Year's kiss. So Hollow, how did your end of the night turn up? What did you do with the rest of the club and night, and how did your New Year's end?
Well, I felt bad for going away, so I was just like, oh, my shitty. So I'm flirting happily with her, and we end up cuddling by the time that the ball drops.
Nice. All right, cool. Yeah, lots of cuddling.
All goes off. That's Night City.
Goes off. Very cute.
And like I
moment.
said, I'm just drinking and listening to the music. That's
Hell yeah. Raven, you and Lola.
Raven and Lola and I are dancing, and then when the ball drops, whatever guy's next to me is getting planted with a kiss on him.
Nice.
And this is how we end up getting shot.
Yeah, give me your brawling. I'm gonna do a little grapple check because I just rolled, and the guy that you right when the ball dropped, you went to go grab and kiss. He actually was like startled and like pulls back. Nice, and you successfully grapple the shit out of him and kiss him hard. You grapple kiss
Nobody
him.
denies Raven.
Yeah, you're like, Happy New Year! It's all angry and aggressive, but like, I don't know, kind of cute at the same time. Lola's just laughing. She laughed so hard some of her drink came out her nose. It was great. Yeah, you guys end the night. It was great. Everybody had some good dates. I did some rolls there just to double check, but it was successful. Everybody got their end of the night kiss, with the exception of brooding on Rio, who likes that solitude sort of lone wolf vibe. He's kind of that rebel with a cause thing going on at the club, staring down ladies
just
as they go by.
doing that like head banging time.
Yeah. Hell yeah. But yeah, you guys do great. It was a good New Year's. You guys left. Everybody was able to kind of, get the ladies home. Maybe even stay the night or something. I'll allow you. You can decide that and decide how far exactly you guys got. That's between you and your dates. We don't need to hear about that. But the most important thing to know is at least those dates are progressing. It seems that the choices you're making, the conversations, the roles I'm having, I don't know, they're working in your favor. You guys seem to have some dates, at least Hollow and Coupler. Raven, you've always had Lola as your sidekick and friend, you know that. But
Yeah.
But yeah, great night. The next day, you guys really aren't that hungover. You didn't, party too hard. You were kind of with dates. Maybe on Rio drank a little more than the others. Not worried about looking good all night with a date or anything. He was just more about partying with himself. So, but you guys are good the next day. It's up to you what you guys want to do.
Well, I can call up Lacey. Maybe see if we can get some a false crate of those cyber limbs and take it to the source as a peace offering and get in through the door.
I mean, maybe. I don't know if. If there's nothing in it, I don't know how far that would really get us.
Well, if we got.
Well, I could fabricate some stuff that looks good enough. It's not like they have to be functioning. I just need the crate and make it look like there's stuff in there.
Well, we could probably go to the company and just go like, hey, that guy who was trying to fuck you over? We're gonna fuck him over. Can you help us?
Yeah, it is Lacey, so it's a maybe.
That's true. I mean,
Might get her higher in the company.
I don't know. I guess we did tell them about Sourced, right?
Yeah, Lacey knows about Source.
Okay.
She wasn't happy.
I think
she wasn't as happy
that's
as she
kind
can
of.
be.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what started the whole Source
Yeah.
Rockland war that Ziggurat's talking about, was the fact you guys told
Yeah.
Lacey what was going on there.
So I mean, yeah, I suppose we could say like, hey, we've got a, I don't know if we want to drop their name, but we have another, request to maybe do some damage to them. If Rockland's inclined to help, that to kind of do our part in their war.
Whatever hurts Source will probably make Rock unhappy. Depends on what they exactly want us to do. So that's the thing. I don't know. I can ask Lacey, see what she says, see what materials I can get from her, even if it's just a bunch of junk cyberware.
Well, them didn't want anybody to know that they were trying to go after anything, so we can't tell them about.
Yeah, I wouldn't tell.
Yeah.
Them about
Ziggurat.
Yeah.
They're the ones that's hired us, because obviously the whole point of this
to get them out of it.
Them, not be involved with Source to begin with.
Yeah, I can always bring it up to Lacey of, hey, I saw that you guys are having problems with Ziggurat with with Source, and I have an idea of I already got an in. You just got to give me the assets to get a little bit further, and maybe we can do some damage on the inside. Be a sad sight if a small portion of Source blew up. Wouldn't be the first time a company building blew up in this city.
Yeah,
we can see what we can do.
That just to see what if they can help us with that. The only thing that I might do, like I'd say, give us a day. You can do that. We can recover from whatever. Maybe depending on how we want to handle it, I could try that one day to do maybe 3 more rolls to see if I can somehow break into that last thing of the van.
Yep. Yeah, that or you're going through a second-story window to try to get into the server room.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's what you guys want to do. Like, I'll try to maybe take this one day to, I guess it would be technically New Year's Day. Assuming we did that as a New Year's Eve party. I'll try to I guess I'll do 3 more rolls just to see if I can.
Yeah, you can do that.
Break into that last cloak.
Yeah, go for it.
And then
while he's doing that, I'll give Lacey a call.
Like set of luck in it or no?
You can put luck in it.
All right, I'll just dump. I only have a 5, so. God, crit.
Oh my god!
Damn.
I got 14, but.
Yeah.
Not enough.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, still not able to get into that.
Like I said, I'd have to roll a 9 or a 10.
Yeah, and don't forget, it's been almost 24 hours, so you would need to grab the €1,000 spending cash for expenses off of the agent, and the address to that media Nostradamus who typically sells and brokers information and stuff.
Yeah, I'll definitely grab that. Then
and you can give me and also before I get into Coupler, Colin, Lacey, you can give me your Streetwise, if you have that. And does anyone have local knowledge of the Haywood area?
I do have regular Streetwise. That I crit.
Okay, nope. Well, nobody else is gonna have to roll with that roll. That Onrio's like pushing everyone back. Hold up, I got this. Hold up.
Yeah.
Holding everyone back while they're trying to figure this out. But no, you get the info, you yank the 1,000 A's off, you pull the address, and it just kind of dawns on you when you see the name Nostradamus that he's a media. Unlike the Nostradamus of the 1400s, this one specializes not in the future, but the past and present. He's somewhat of a recluse living in a converted warehouse that has many defenses. Inside the warehouse lies the biggest collection of real books that are left in the city. Nostradamus uses these books along with a gigantic mainframe to compile all the information that he can. To facilitate this collection, he often hires netrunners to acquire the saleable information he's known for brokering. And I think that's why UR was saying hit up Nostradamus. He's a new media hookup that they have to basically get information and broker any type of info or things that might be able to help you with this gig of getting into the server room of Source.
Okay.
But that's what you know about it with that Streetwise. You're able to yank all that off the agent within that 24-hour period. It cloaks out off of your agent, disappears, no trace.
All right. Then, yeah, I mean, I've already done my 3 rolls, I guess, as it were.
Coupler, you can call Lacey. You give her a call. After a few rings, Lacey answers. She's like, Cups, what's up? How you been? Do you have a good holiday?
Yeah, had a great holiday, Lacey. It's good to hear you. Happy New Year.
Nice.
I got a question. I saw that Source and Rockland are having some bad blood there. I was wondering if I had any problem, if I was the cause of that there. About that job I brought you.
I'm pretty sure that's the 100% of the reason we're in this situation. But it had to happen. Cups, don't feel bad. It's not your fault. I'm actually proud of you, Cups. I'm proud you gave me that info, and hopefully we'll be taking care of Source. We've been kind of getting into it over the past month, and just so you know, you have seen here and there in news different things come up between Source and Rockland, and they are starting to kind of battle it out, whether it's getting full on slinging bullets and blades or more espionage side of things. You've definitely seen some like little news reports and things, and there's beef there.
Maybe some bad news stories from one to the other.
It's escalating. It's escalating.
All the bloody PR.
Exactly.
I was gonna say, it was a while back, but I had an idea. I got to meet the head honcho over there, Source. So I was wondering, since I failed his job, if I could sort of bring a Trojan horse to him of a peace offering, but have a surprise in it for him. I was wondering if I could get some of the maybe crates or something similar from the Zeppelins and drop it as a peace offering, and he gets a big boom or something. Because things didn't end horribly between us, but they weren't the best, so I think he might appreciate that.
Cups, this is some serious shit you're talking about. You might have to come into the office and talk to me about this. It could possibly be something we arrange. I don't know if we're escalating to that point yet, but I don't know. It's definitely something I could run by the higher ups. But why don't you come on in as soon as you can and let's talk about this?
Okay, I was just hoping that maybe since I did get to meet him and get my foot in the door, something, even if it's just, I don't know, listening devices or something to give you guys the edge. Because I definitely would rather see Rockland come out on top and not have my name in the black book of Source for someone who's going to be a problem later or something when I get rid of.
Oh no, Cups.
I'm going to pick the winning side.
Yeah, no, Cups. We see where your loyalty lies, and I can assure you that Yacinda, everybody involved, everybody is very happy. It's like I said, you're the reason we were able to kind of figure this out. But I don't know how much you want to escalate. Like I said, just come on in as soon as you can. I'm going to talk to the higher ups about this, but let's see. Let's talk about this. Come on in whenever you can.
Okay. I'll see you soon, Lacey. Take care.
Bye, Cups.
Pain inside. All right, I'll let Henri know the news that we might have an in there. Maybe get a Trojan horse.
Yeah, anything that can help, because this is probably going to be an interesting, job at say the least. So,
well, we can try to sneak in. Not our strongest point. We can shoot our way in. Definitely not. Things are not in our favor that side. I say offering gift might be just get inside at least to get you your job. We end up killing a few security guards on the way out. Well, that's just another street runner gang causing problems. I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah,
it's a way through the door.
We might as well see what we can do with Rockland. See if they can give us a edge up.
Worst case scenario, we see if we can in a crate.
Yeah.
Might be able to sneak in that way.
We're just hiding in the crate.
Yeah, that's all I got for that one.
Yeah. So, one thing that I'm gonna go ahead and do for now, for like the next time. Well, I'll do that later. So anyway, never mind. Ignore it. Well, I basically what I'm gonna do is I have a program that I can flip in my deck that does higher cloak checks, which I would assume would help me break other cloak checks. So I would do that like the next time, but I'll just do that, I'll in between things, I'll swap out Worm for Eraser.
Yeah, you can do that right now if you want, because this is like the next day. If you want to do that this day, but what are you doing with this day? You're either, well, I mean, you can do whatever you want. Ultimately, I mean, the idea is that you're supposed to either hit up Nostradamus, get info to help you with Source, hit up Ziggurat, get the program or whatever from them.
If we're talking about the...
you also told Lacey go and see her as soon as you can. And you can check that cloak too. I mean, you can do that on the way.
I can do that in between.
Ow! Bad kitty. Sorry.
That's just a swap it out.
I'm not even the right one that bites you.
Yeah, it was a claw this time.
But yeah, what do you guys want to do? Well,
obviously I'd want to talk to Nostradamus at some point.
I'd say I'll take Hollow and we'll go talk to Lacey if Honor wants to take
Raven
and go deal with Nostradamus to kill two birds with one stone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can go with him.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah. He'll need the muscle for you, because
you could
just in case. I don't think Lacey's gonna try to stab me.
Yeah, y'all could split.
That would be weird.
You could all split the team. Nothing bad ever happens when you do that.
We're just having conversations.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Oh, wait.
You'll be fine. Very fine. No, it's gonna end very badly. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, you guys can split up. You can do that. It's the next day. Before you guys head out, before you end up taking off, how are you driving this? Obviously, Coupler's the only one that can drive the van. You have the drive skill.
I would just say take a...
And let me just say real quick, because I have been saying this wrong in previous sessions, and I want to make sure it's explained right, that it's not the fact that if you don't have a driving skill, you have to beat that DV10 every round or you lose control of the vehicle. It's just the fact that you have to have higher than a 9 between your stat and your driving, which in that case, if you can only get as high as an 8, like you have to have at least a 1 in driving. So it's kind of, I'm wording it differently, but it is the same thing. But anyways, whatever. Coupler's the only one that can drive the van right now because he has the driving skill. He's the one beyond 9 when you combine those things. So like Coupler and Hollow, you could take the van into Rockland. Rhea and Raven would have to get a taxi into the Haywood Industrial Zone to go try to see Nostradamus.
Yeah, because we get the crates, we have to put them somewhere anyways.
Oh, that's right.
We have that expense money.
Yeah, because they're gonna need the room. So.
Yep, that's
We're
right.
just going to talk to somebody.
All right. Well, before Coupler and Hollow take off in the van, you want to give that another try there?
Yeah, I mean, I guess what I'll do is, like I said, I'll activate my Eraser program.
Yeah.
And then, I'll just use all my luck for the day, I guess. If I need luck for Nostradamus, well.
Yeah, go for it.
And then...
more.
So this would be, so that would succeed, finally.
What's your luck on it?
Well, if I dumped all my luck, it'd be 5.
Oh, okay. Then, you just got to beat a 14
and
with
then
that
I also get a +2 on my Eraser program.
Yeah, you can see...
So it'd be 4... So any luck would have worked.
Yeah, exactly. Even just 1 point. So no, you're all good. You get past that cloak, like I said, you can see there's a virus there, but it's a higher virus. It looks like it has like a DV of 15 to change it, but it looks like it's basically... whatever this coding is, it's making sure that the vehicle registration that's linked to Danger Girl, stays. So, even if someone comes in and, for instance, put that other cloak and virus so the black ice won't attack them and so they can access the systems, they still weren't able to kind of get rid of all evidence that this van was at one time registered to the Danger Girl company at one point.
Oh, actually what you're talking about. Okay.
So there's some type of virus there. It looks like a DV of 15 that keeps the vehicle registration attached to Danger Girl. Not that it's like traceable, it's not like that type of thing, but it's the type of thing that, you know, if you take this into a reputable shop to get fixed or upgraded and they do any type of scan,
Danger Girl if they know.
Yeah, they'll see it was registered to them, not really yours. Not that that would matter in a combat zone situation, but it is what it is. That's what you just found out.
So I mean, I guess what I'll do is, you know, if I have 2 more turns, I'll try to see if I can break the virus.
Okay.
Basically means I'd have to crit. So no.
No.
Nope.
So, but you know, I don't need to necessarily
No.
change it from Danger Girl at this point. So
No, dice say no.
yeah.
Anyone recognize that skit?
Wakes
Sorry.
up at a landfall. So yeah, I mean, you know, I'll let everybody know. It's like interesting. This van at one point, at least, was owned by Danger Girl.
I'm not giving this thing back. I already gave back the drone.
How the Inquisitors.
Look how well that guy is.
So
That's funny. Coupler's sour. He's like, I already gave back a drone. I'm not giving this back. I'm keeping these toys.
Hey, this is
Something. It was
expensive
Christmas,
van.
damn it.
Toys.
It was Christmas.
We have a nice net architecture in here.
It's a better toy.
I mean, I even have.
Speaking of which, can I try to
install in it.
open? Can I try to open that thing that Raven found? That little panel or door she found?
Yeah. I'll take like a general. You know, you can do tech, electronic security. You can do that. It's going to be pretty high because of the fact, like I said, the reveal concealed didn't find the details
21.
of it. But
+2 for my tech roll, my tech scanner.
okay, then that did it. Yeah, you got it. Because I was looking to try to beat a 22, I believe. I don't have it in front of me. But yeah, it was really high up.
That's right.
You
You got
found
a
it.
tech scanner now too.
Yeah, he's got that tech scanner. Gives that.
I got a
+2.
tech scanner now.
It's been coming in clutch in
It
some of
helps.
these things. Yeah, it's been awesome. But yeah, you basically find in the back there's a hidden compartment, super fucking hard to see, as you see. As you've seen, Raven had a hard time finding it. She could kind of find that something was weird there, but even then she couldn't find the particulars. You even barely found it and were able to get it open. But now you know it's there. Now you can. Now you have access. But it's a very well hidden compartment. It goes almost the length of the vehicle. You access it at one point, but it kind of folds down. So I mean, you could put in like, I don't know, you could line up a few rifles or shotguns. You know, roll up a sleeping bag, some other equipment. Like, it's a nice long compartment, but it's hidden.
Nifty.
All right.
But yeah,
Get
that's
in
what you
yeah,
find.
then
That's where we're putting them.
Yeah, and you find that on Rio. You're able to find out what that other little cloak virus thing is, even though you weren't able to kind of hack the virus and get rid of it. It's still there. You're finding that Coupler and Hollow. You're able to kind of take off, head down towards Rockland. You get down there, you park. You're able to, you know, get into the Rockland campus, which I want to make sure I've been saying that correct, because I think before I was calling it a building, but Rockland actually it's a whole campus. But yeah, you're able to get there and make your way, you know, inside and on your way towards Catbutt. Make your way towards Lacey's office. Catbutt's making a return, part 2, and Raven on Rio, you are able to get your combat cab and kind of head over to the Haywood Industrial Zone. Make your way into that part of the city. It's definitely a big change from where you were at the Glen just a couple days prior. But it is a slight step up from the South Night City combat zone. But very industrial, very kind of gritty out here. You're getting up towards the address, and you can see it's basically like how described, a converted warehouse, whereas other ones kind of look like a warehouse. This looks like kind of a warehouse that's been reinforced. It looks like it has extra walls kind of put up on the corners and sides. And that's just pulling up. We can get into more details and do some perception. We can get into Coupler and Hollow getting into the meeting with Lacey at Rockland, but we're gonna do that next year. We're not gonna do that right now. We'll meet up next year, and we'll continue this session, this campaign, or whatever. We'll do it next Wednesday. It'll be officially 2021. That'll be fun. But no, that was it. We'll leave it on that. And not that it's a big cliffhanger, but we'll leave it at least at this point of transition or whatever into the next scenes. But yeah, that's where you're at. You're pulling up to the warehouse, Coupler and Hollow, getting up into Lacey's office. Everybody in chat, before we do our wrap-up talk and stuff, let's give away that other subscription to Sirenscape. We're doing the other prize giveaway. Everybody in chat, pick a number between 1 and 100. Type it in the chat there. And again, if you've already won it or you already have a copy of Sirenscape, don't worry. Put in a number between 1 and 100. You can always gift the subscription to a fellow player or a GM or someone that's deserving of this gift. And shout out to Steve at Sirenscape for hooking this up. I fucking love Sirenscape. I really feel like it's added such a great element to our games. Makes it so much fun. But yeah, anybody interested, pick a number between 1 and 100. Type it in. Even if you already have Sirenscape, like I said, you can still win it and gift it. We'll see who wants to. Raven did the last one. Who wants to roll this 1D100 for the chat?
I'll roll it.
No, go ahead. I'll let Eric roll.
All right, let's have Coupler do it. Just give it a few more seconds. Let the last numbers. Anybody that's hearing this, if you haven't already, pick a number between 1 and 100. We're going to roll that now. All right, go for it, Coupler. 83. I'm glad it was a higher number. I feel like the last prize-winning ones, they've been lower numbers.
That would be Reservoir.
What was
Mr.
it?
Panda.
83. Oh, yeah. 83 Reservoir Panda. 73. Yep, got it. Nice. Reservoir Panda. That's awesome because he, I think in one of the previous ones, won the Elderwood Academy case. We got to figure out the shipping and stuff like that because that's actually a physical thing. That's got to ship out of here. But the subscription, totally digital, totally easy and free to get you that. Steve at Sirenscape, you know Reservoir Panda, fellow GM in the Cyberpunk Uncensored Discord. Reservoir Panda, just hit up Steve direct if you want, or you can give it to me. I think I have your email address already, but yeah, get it to Steve and get that subscription going. Congratulations, that's awesome. Yeah, aside from that, I thought it was great. I was happy to have a session where no one had to use a weapon. I feel like it's been a while, damn it.
It has been a while.
Yeah, I feel like every session we've had is, even if it wasn't the plan, it led to some action and some shit, you know? We haven't really had
no death by stiletto.
What was that?
No death by stiletto this match.
Yeah. Hollow spent her time dancing. She had a good time dancing.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
No, but I thought it was great. You know, we at least got to, I don't know, open up some possibility for other stuff, some things that are developing. We got to do at least a little bit of role playing, some little networking. You guys had some decisions and angles to kind of work out and test out. I think you guys have come up with a couple different options and ideas. We'll see how they play out, or, you know, where these things lead and what options you'll end up with. But I'm pretty excited about it. I think it's pretty cool, and it's kind of coming together. And I like that it's attaching to kind of what you guys have made happen. You know what I mean? Because this is kind of developed beyond, like I kind of threw in the Aerozep thing as a potential to get away from cops, you know, like sessions ago. And then it kind of developed into things and expanded beyond, you know, after the meat market. And now it's, I don't know, kind of coming into some other things, which is fun. I love incorporating the life path stuff, bringing Zero got in and into Rockland, and, you know, even along with Source, which is the NeoCorp, you know, that we made up on our own. But yeah, a lot of fun. I really had a good time. This is the last time we're going to play for 2020. I can't, you know, I'm happy to play with you guys all the time, but I can't say I'm not happy to get the fuck out of 2020.
Yeah. I don't think anyone's going to argue that one.
Yeah, completely. This year has been fucked up. The only good thing I can say out of this year of quarantine and virus and all this stupid shit has been meeting all of you and having, you know, Cyberpunk Uncensored, you know, blow up and kind of grow to the point it has been, and just networking with the community. That's the only good thing out of this year that I can say is, like, building that relationship with our Talsorian Games and everything that we've been doing. Other than that, oh my God, between bills and politics and sickness stuff going around, and just, it's been one fucked up year. I'm so happy that we've had Cyberpunk to pull us out of it every week, you know?
Yeah.
From one trash can fire to another.
Hopefully 2021's got to be better.
Yeah, I can't see it being worse. I mean, my God, there's not many places you can go from here but up. You know, like it's been a crazy year.
Let's hope.
Yeah, exactly. Let's hope. And I want to say thanks to everybody in the chat, you know, like Renegade and Steve and just everybody, you know. I don't want to get any names right or wrong or any of that, but you know who you are and you're listening. And even the ones that maybe couldn't make it, you know, today, but that have been there many times. You know, I really do appreciate that. And I notice it all the time. You know, we definitely pay attention to the chat, even if we don't comment with it all the time. It's definitely something that I pay attention to. And get it in when I can, as you see during gameplay. Even if it pulls us out of gameplay for a moment, I like to give appreciation because, you know, if it wasn't for the community, we wouldn't be streaming this or doing as much as we are. I wouldn't be, you know, making the content every day. When I started, this was going to be, you know, gameplay a couple times a week, and then it kind of got into some interviews, and the podcast expanded and more videos, and then started getting into the crash course and GM tips, and like, I'm making content and videos almost every day, but it totally wouldn't happen if it wasn't for like all you guys playing with me and tolerating my manic, hyper intense attitude and shit, as well as the community giving me support, sharing the videos and liking them, and just, I don't know, putting you know, fuel on my fire, I guess you should say. But I really appreciate it, and that's like the only good thing that I've had out of this year. And I want to just give a shout out to everybody that's supporting the Patreon. Man, that has really kept me going as far as encouragement in making more content. Shout out to Anino, Chris Anderson, Steve Barr, Jason Weaver, also Roth, and I want to give a shout out to you too. Just everybody that's part of the Patreon and helping, you know, encouraging me to make more and more content. That shit means a lot more than you know. I really do appreciate that 100%. Anybody else? Any last words for 2020? Or anything else that you want to say for our last game of the year?
No, but just looking forward to 2021 and more Cyberpunk.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Your next year be blessed.
Yeah.
I'm ready to get out of 2020. Like walking away from explosion, you just don't look back.
Exactly. Yeah.
Set it on fire and just keep walking.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You guys have been setting
on fire.
Yeah, you guys have been setting things on fire in sessions, so that's nothing new. You set a whole compound on fire. You set a club on fire. Poor doggy.
For sure, tactics. It's effective.
Yeah.
We're taking care of the pup.
Yeah,
Ursula's doing fine.
He got out and now he's good. He's got a good home, much better home than he had. But yeah.
Yes.
Once again, thank all of you so much for, you know, playing with me and keeping this going. I really appreciate it. Take care. Everybody tuning in to the chat and seeing this video, whether you're here in the live chat or you're watching the archived YouTube version. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much tuning in. Make sure you like and share the video. Make sure you follow and subscribe to us on both YouTube and Twitch. Look up Cyberpunk Uncensored on Facebook, on Discord. Just join us anywhere that you see us. I would love the support and love to see you around more often. It's a good time and I appreciate it. So thanks so much. Take care. See you next year.
Happy New Year.
Everyone.